Episode 81.
82. So that's why I had to stop and start it.
Okay.
Because I hit go before.
You were ready.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Preemptively.
Erectile dysfunction.
That same thing.
Oh, we got the pre-ejaculate.
Just all over the place.
Oh my God. Is it me?
That's what it is.
Is it me?
Came in and ruined our flow.
That's too funny.
Let's go. It's your boy Country coming live from the South. Got something to say. Episode 82. We back with a special guest.
I ain't the special guest. You can't say that first and then go.
Yeah, I can. Come on.
God
What?
damn.
He don't never do right. Ever.
You
Ever.
fuck me up.
How we got a special guest. I started off every week and I announced that we had a special guest. You do your part, he do your part, then she do her part. It would have been so much easier, but no.
Well, you should have warned me. You changed the scene. It's me, Big Dream, special guest.
You ain't the special guest. You the invisible guest today.
Oh, Lord.
I need extra lights for this black outfit you have. What's up, man? Hey, attorney, I'm sorry. We trying to get it right on this side of the world, bro.
Get it together.
It is the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity. And to my left, we have
I need Moselle Baraka Delacroix, the co-host of Crescent Cuties. Hello, everyone.
What's happening? Welcome. What is you like? Can I get some backstory on your name?
Where do you want me to start?
You say that like it's a novel. If it's like, how can we get the condensed version?
Sure. Okay.
Like before we get started, swing condensed milk version.
Gotcha.
It's Thanksgiving week. We need
It
this.
is. I'm gonna give you the short, the 3-day version. The 3-day, and you get off at 12 o'clock Wednesday version. Got
Big
it?
facts.
Cool. So Ani comes from Marimba Ani, the author of Yorugu. Mm-hmm. Baraka comes from Amiri Baraka. Delacroix and Moselle actually comes from the movie Eve's Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
The sister that was a seer, her name was Moselle Baptiste. And the Delacroix is at the cross. So that's where it all comes from.
That's what's up. Oh, so this is a self-given name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For a minute, I thought your parents was like wizards. I'm just gonna be honest. I thought your parents was the smartest people on the planet that nobody knew about.
Ah, okay.
Because like it's nice. I'm rocking with it. I hope with no Jones, I'm rocking with it. But
It shall soon be my legal name, but it is a given name. Yes,
that's what's up.
I gave it to myself.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna dig more into that. Don't let me forget because I got to dig into that thought
course.
process.
I'm changing my name too.
So what?
Chocolate Thunder.
Country Dream.
Let me
It's
tell you
already a
something.
chocolate thunder. I think he's like a
Wait,
stripper.
wait. So ain't nothing about
Exactly.
this dude chocolate. Everything about this dude is oil. So
Dutch chocolate.
let's get that understood before we go crazy.
Instant diabetes.
I got your hashtag. Hashtag TikTok chocolate.
That's who he is. TikTok chocolate.
He is TikTok chocolate.
Bro, have y'all seen this wig he been wearing?
Trademark. I need 25%.
Right.
Go ahead.
Have y'all seen this wig he
can
been
write that
wearing?
up.
From the thing that he was just doing, the little chest pop.
Yeah, y'all see? Bro.
What in the hell was you thinking?
Wait a minute, I'm lost, man. What chest pop?
With the glasses. You and your overswole tank top that was 2 sizes too small because you know you were Hercules.
Bruh, no, hell no. I ain't what you talking about.
That is what I'm talking
I
about.
ain't have no wig
With
on
the
when
Bruce
I
Lee
did
wig,
my-
you did with the Bruce Lee wig, bruh.
I must definitely have Bruce Lee wig, but I ain't have a tank top on, did I?
Bro, you had something on that was extremely too tight for television or TikTok or any other outlet. And I was like,
I do too many TikTok. I don't know.
bro,
I don't
so
think I want a wig, but twice.
bro, I walk into dude's house just that he got ring lights, he got lights, he got all the setup, bro.
He got whole production.
Where he got a production studio, part of Tyler Perry Studios
Oh
in
my
Mobile.
goodness.
Right here.
Bitch, got me paying the rent. She say, man,
That
I
boy
only
said
used
that
that
was
wig
some
twice,
passion in
bro.
his voice.
Oh,
I
he-
used the wig
I
on the
felt that,
recent
though.
one.
He did.
I felt it.
I felt that.
I felt
Got the
it.
kids running around like Chuck E. Cheese. I felt that.
I
He
felt
said it with his chest.
Like, I think everybody in black culture felt that moment. Like, it was like,
I'm so torn with him though. God, I'm torn with him.
with Anderson .Paak?
Not the.
Because that's who said, Anderson
I'm
said it. Everybody
torn
think
with
Bruno said
I'm
it.
torn
Bruno
with
actually do it.
Yes.
He does do it at one
I'm
point.
torn
He
with
do it.
Bruno.
The other dude do it once. The first one, then
And
he
then-
do the second one.
yeah.
Then they switch it.
Yeah.
Why you torn, bro?
But they just
How I
start.
feel
What their
about
name? The
that
Star
Black
Lights, the
adjacent-
Star Lights, the Star Leaders, some shit like
You
that.
feel me?
The cultural appropriation thing?
Yeah, you know, not even the cultural appropriation. It's like the black adjacent. Stephanie Mills actually said it. They want black music, but not from black people. I have a problem with that.
But see, that ain't his fault. So I
it
do-
ain't a matter of him
that's-
being his
I'm
fault,
ready.
but he definitely isn't turning down gigs.
No, but let me tell you
He's
something
gone
though.
from funk to pop, and now he in the 70s.
What'd he do that was pop?
Who said
What was
he had a
pop?
whole the time he stole their whole era of music.
Who?
And granted, he gave Bruno.
No, I'm trying to see what era you talking about because I always like Bruno music. I listen to all of it, right?
But Bruno went
His
from
early stuff was
it
more
makes me
popish.
feel like I'm lost out of heaven to this bitch got me.
Why would they do that to you though?
Bruh.
Factual. But
Touche.
so factual. But with that being said though, one thing I can say about him for sure is that from the jump he ran with black people. Like he ain't never been like
I don't disagree with that.
he's
part.
never been like against black people. He's never been to like he always been appreciated, he always showed respect.
I don't take anything from that. But again, like I said, he's not the problem. It's the way that he's packaged.
That he's received.
That he's packaged, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I think the problem is us. We love to hand out these perpetual invitations to the barbecue. Like, what's with the
But why we gotta hold that against him though?
Who said I did? I just said I
Like, 'cause he
I'm
make
on
great
the
music.
fence.
I'm
on the fence with him.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I like when I hear that argument. That's why we got here. This is how we got here.
This is true.
Because when I hear that argument, I be like, man, yo, like we can't hold him accountable for what his label does with him.
He's the creator, though.
I mean, but that's his style of music.
Is it though?
It's been since the
This brother
beginning.
started with a ukulele. He literally started with a ukulele.
That, talking about billionaires? I want to be a billionaire. That wasn't even his song.
Bruno started with ukuleles and cultural.
I'm just saying, like his
Hawaiian
original
type
sound.
pop
Now,
music.
if you was talking Justin Timberlake, I'd be right there with you.
No, I'm not talking him too, but I'm talking about the black adjacent. It's like he's not quite black. He's like black light,
Man, Justin Timberlake is way
diet
worse.
black.
Justin Timberlake is way worse.
She said diet black.
Diet
That's
black.
fire.
Black.
She said diet.
Fire.
Is.
All right, I digress.
Black zero.
I digress. You get that one. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that.
Hey, you know what? Why you playing though? Like, Dream is like the only one out here right now. It's like shades of chocolate
It is.
on the
Ain't
chocolate.
no shade.
couch.
All you niggas like.
I am not a mocha.
You the complete opposite of light.
Facts.
The opposite of that.
I'm as black as him on the inside. Okay,
But you not.
Oh well, so
I
I
am.
get your shit
You
checked.
might be sick
I'm as black as him on the inside.
if your organs are that black.
Yes, not my
You nigga
organs,
get your
my
shit
soul.
checked. Yeah, y'all.
If your
y'all
soul
like,
is
bruh.
that dark,
My
you got
soul is
mental
that dark. My
issues.
soul is beautiful and black. You know this about me. I'm black at the
I know.
Oh, so I can't agree with that. So I am light skinned on the outside, but my spirit
It's
is
black
black,
and
black on black on
That's
black,
right.
black on
That's
black on
right.
black.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black.
I'm the
y'all.
same on both.
And I'm blickety black. And I'm black.
That's right.
I'm the same on both.
Blickety black. Black.
Might be right.
Black
You
on
know
the
what? You
inside,
not might be right.
black
You
on the
is right.
outside. Black through
Black,
and through.
black,
When you
black,
right- when you
black,
right, you
black,
right.
black,
He
black,
is.
black.
I'm winning with him.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm
winning
with you when you right.
That's
And I don't
right.
got a choice.
Let me tell you something.
See, some of y'all, I watched this movie called Passing, right?
I haven't seen it yet.
Don't watch it.
Don't
That's what I'm
watch it.
saying.
This is no. He gonna get right back on the list from last week.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the movie was about back in the 20s and 30s when really light skinned people can go
Right.
by as white people.
Yeah.
And
did? Cool.
no, I most definitely was not on that movie. I could have not even cast it for it. Like if I'd have rolled by when they was shooting, they'd have shut it down for the way. Let's let this nigga pass. He might accidentally get in the screen. You feel me? Yeah, no, not for me. ain't that good.
Bro,
It ain't worth watching.
you can't.
I heard it's touch and go. I heard it's really talky.
It's very tough.
Yeah,
but I mean,
there's some dry points.
The whole movie dry.
Is it?
But so wait,
Yeah.
I am not finna play that. What's that? Fences. Fences was talking, but it was great.
But Fences
Fences
was
was
talking.
not great,
Fences was
but
talking.
it wasn't a bad movie.
Monologues.
Fences was
Does that
actually
make
better.
sense?
It was a
what I mean?
lyrical exercise.
But it was theatrical. It wasn't just
was
talking
theatrical.
for the sake of talking.
But see, that's the sad part about this movie. This
Up and
movie
down?
is.
Yeah.
Even
Wow.
And then the very end, right for go and say, "Oh shit!"
We almost forgot.
Y'all laughing. Watch the movie, y'all will agree. It's straight
gonna
across,
watch.
and
I'll
right
get
before
back
it go
to
off,
you
and
on
do this. Ooh, you be like, "Wow!" And then it goes.
And
off.
it goes back.
We almost
Oh,
forgot
wow.
that we gotta have a plot twist.
There's none, bruh.
Really?
That's bad.
No plot twist.
That's bad.
No, I can't believe that happens. Just wow, that's fucked up. And then the movie go off.
Is
I
it
know this
supposed
is-
to be based? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted.
I just wanted to know if it was based on any truth. Is it a
I
true
hope
story?
not.
No, I don't
They
think
like
so.
If it was based on
It's in
true
black and white, so he couldn't be in it.
If it was
because-
if it was based off a
I mean,
true
so
story,
was
their life
Undertale
was
movie.
horrible.
Let me
was
tell you
in black
something.
and
This
white?
is probably gonna be the worst joke I ever tell. But in black and white, if Dream own it, he gonna look like a jigaboo. I don't know if y'all know what that. Look at the historical context of it. And
I'm
you
not playing this
understand.
game with you.
No one is.
I'm about to lose my Revolution card.
What card?
The Revolution card. The
I'm gonna
Revolution.
take my hotel points. I already got my card stamped up. About to get my African medallion, and he's about to get it lost from me.
Well, the fact is that we
I
ain't
passed them
losing.
shits out.
Yeah, we ain't losing it. Ain't that right, bro? We ain't losing it. Nah, we black on black over here.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all good. You good? We just telling jokes.
And another thing, you don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I am the most comfortable human you ever meet in their own skin.
No, that is a lie. He is the most arrogant human about himself in his own skin. That is not what he is.
Ain't that the same
My
thing?
ex is like right there.
No,
with
you
him.
ain't met
They
Dream
like
yet.
neck and neck.
Let me
He's met him. Right.
Eternity.
That's your ex.
Right there.
You met her ex?
Right there. Neck and
You
neck.
met Dream.
It's like
Who is winning this race, bro? You're
Neck.
not finna
It's
tell me
neck and
that
neck.
somebody's more
It's neck and
self-conceited.
neck.
than Dream.
I spent more time around Dream. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to say Dream.
It's neck and neck. It is neck and neck. I got babies with it.
Wait till the end of this show.
It's neck and neck.
We'll see how you feel about the end of the show.
Wait till the end
Yeah,
of
we'll
the
see
show.
how you feel. Like this dude here, think he is the greatest thing that ever happened
And you
to
should.
humanity.
And you should.
No,
Everybody
it's a
should.
limit to that shit.
You know what's
Nah.
crazy though?
Yeah.
First off, I don't want to ask you your age.
40.
Oh, you really?
I am.
Shut the
Damn
friend
good
door.
for 40.
Baby.
I didn't put you in my category. You with me? You with me, sis?
I did not guess that.
Hey, shut your young ass up while me and her talking.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I
We're in the same boat. But my point was, I'm glad you are at that age because you can. At one time in the 90s, when I was in high school,
Right.
it wasn't cool to be this dark. It wasn't. I ain't guessing. My light
Depends on
skin
what-
crew,
okay.
Pretty Boys was in like a motherfucker in the
What era
90s.
of the 90s, right?
All
What
of them.
era?
You know?
All the 90s.
What era?
Light skin was in the 90s.
I ain't gonna say
And
that.
nothing against light skinned
Late
people.
90s,
But
late
Pretty
90s.
Boys was hidden in.
Wait, hold
And the
on.
light skinned girls was still hidden in.
Late 90s, Tyson Bedford and them came through for y'all. They did.
And Tyrese and all that.
Tyrese,
But
they
it was
came
just,
through for y'all
it
in
was
the late
just coming.
Somewhere like 96 to
No.
99.
We talking about 99 and a half, 2000. You feel
No,
me?
I disagree.
I was called- I was officially called an African booty scratcher
It
in
was
school.
absolutely about Hakeem Akbar at the bank. It was absolutely
Facts.
about him. Shout
I
out
hate
to
you
Chris
light skinned
Williams. I
pretty
hope you're doing
motherfucker.
better.
That was in the movie.
Hey, whoa,
Yes,
wait a minute.
It was in the actual movie.
Yeah, I hate
Because
you.
it was a thing,
Yeah,
bruh.
he did. He said
I was the one.
So-
and then, you know something else about me? Like, back then, all my friends looked just like that.
He told you.
Look like it. Look like it.
Wait a minute. Why
Thank you,
Because they're
Kate.
all his cousins.
Lovely.
No.
You
They're all
made
his cousins. So they literally look like it. and then in high school, my other friends looked like that too. I was literally in every crew I ever hung with, the only dark skinned nigga in the crew. And I loved it.
I think he picked it like that though.
He probably
I think I
did.
did.
Because
He
it made him
stand
stand out. It
yeah.
made him stand
Like
out.
the fly in the
So,
milk. Like he just
It's all about planning this shit.
the shit.
He
that
planned
you-
it like that. He wanted to stand out. Let me tell you something. So we bumped into the colorism conversation.
Let's go.
So this is a big one,
Let's go.
right? So everybody got a preference. Mm-hmm. I might not should say this.
Say it.
It's out now.
Speak your piece.
I like dark skinned women.
Yes.
I always have.
Yes.
I always have.
Yes.
Always have.
I hate them motherfuckers.
And bro, you know what's crazy is that it kind of falls that way.
No.
Except eternity, but like for most people, it falls that way.
No.
Light skinned women love dark skinned men.
Facts. And dark skinned men love red bone. But I said I hate them for only one reason. I can't shake them. I always end up with them.
Black is beautiful.
Every girl I ever dated for long term with dark skin.
Black is beautiful.
I don't understand.
I love to see two dark skinned people together.
Ugh.
I know it's gonna be some pretty little black babies. Man, I love it. Yes. Two black people.
My daughters, first of all, let me tell you something. My daughters are all dark as shit other than one.
That's awesome.
Make sure y'all cancel Just Dream. Cancel Just Dream. Because he said, none of us said that. I just told y'all I love dark skinned women.
Shout out to you for that.
Hate them.
Because dark skinned women's way is that is beautiful. Absolutely.
I hate them.
You light skinned though, so I gotta. We gotta open this up. So what's going on?
She paper
black on the
she
inside.
paper
I'm gonna
bag
tell you
brown.
what's crazy. I went the other way with a lot of girls were younger, and they was all like, I want to be light skinned with long hair. I always wanted to be like Lauryn Hill color with thick lips and all of that. Like
Lauryn Hill is
popping to me.
Lauryn Hill is beautiful.
Yes, that was beautiful to me.
And she was dope as shit
and
until
then
like
you
she
see-
got
you see,
super
like-
dope and then tell us about why she was dope.
Hey,
Like,
she out here trying to save souls. Y'all talking about
She
time.
stopped telling us why
talking
she
about
was
practice.
dope. It was
talking about practice.
Are we talking about practice?
She said it. I'm saving souls. You talking about time.
So let me tell y'all something. That quote, it was amazing. And what makes that quote even better is I just watched it's a show on Apple TV that won all kind of awards. What is it called? It's called Ted Lasso. And I was like, bro, why is this show winning so many awards? I gotta check it out. Bro, the show is phenomenal. And he has a moment in the show where he does not like a 15-second or like a 5-second excerpt. No, he does the entire speech, bro. The entire Allen Iverson speech mid-show. Super fire. Damn. Okay. Super fire. Like, you should watch the show for sure. Anyway, back to the Red Sketch program. But yeah.
I don't have a black man. That's where my preference go. Since my divorce, I've been kind of leaning towards non-black man of color.
So I peep.
But he gotta have some complexion.
I peep you're a non-black man of color. Jesus,
Yes.
what does that? What does that mean? I gotta come. I'm gonna ask you. I need to know. I need to know what that means. Non-black.
Bruno Mars, the black adjacent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you good with the adjacent?
I'm good with the
You
adjacent.
good with the adjacent when it's not music.
Don't look. Come.
You see the contradiction here?
Leave your shoes at the door and respect my couch. That's all.
Respectable.
So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be.
You can't bring that to the cookout.
I'm gonna be the unpopular opinion here.
Well, you kind of gotta be.
Yeah, everybody is.
Yeah, you're right. So I like to play devil's advocate from time to time.
And my dog. I can't play it all the time.
I have always been attracted to women of lighter complexion. Mm-hmm. I have often heard that you tend to be attracted to the type of people you grow up around.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
If you have ever met my folks,
Yeah, they are.
I am dark compared to a lot of my people.
I'm gonna debuff that.
Yeah.
Finish your thought.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, and I was, see, I ruined the joke. It's fine.
My bad.
But what I was gonna say was that
Should've punched it earlier.
when I was younger, I dated a dark skinned woman, probably one of my first real relationships, and she was toxic before toxic was a word that we used for relationships.
Wow.
And we was young. She was violent. She was just completely turned me off. Like,
this was a dark skinned woman.
yeah.
See,
And she was like the second like little girlfriend type situation I had.
Before I lose it, you listen to Shades by Wale.
I love Wale, by the way.
Wale is
before I
top
lose
3 for
it.
me.
See, I would date dark skinned women before they knew they was cute. When they still had complex problems.
Cause y'all
When they hated they were dark too. They were like, my dad is dark skinned and they call him ugly, so I'm ugly too. I'm like, yes, you are. Go and fix me a sandwich.
Anyway, so remember, counsel Dream. If you counsel anybody,
Please.
trust me, I found a replacement tonight.
Have a GoFundMe going.
I found a permanent replacement tonight.
GoFundMe.
Hey man, now they all think they Halle Berry, man. You can't win.
Hit that in the comments.
I found a permanent replacement tonight.
Have you?
I have.
That girl I think gonna be transparent.
So
So anyway, what I was saying was,
Please,
was that
finish your thought, please.
you know, I've always kind of had that attraction to lighter skinned women. Now, the older I get, of course, you know, your taste evolve, your taste change, stuff like that. But the one constant, no matter how exotic of a woman that I actually like per se, every woman I ever had a consistent relationship with, brown skin, natural hair. Every single one of them. I've had 3, maybe 4 real relationships in my life, and all of them had that one thing in common. Like all of them were brown skinned, and none of them were like, all of them like slim thick. That's just kind of like always been my thing.
Interesting.
yeah, so that's
If we're
like
going
you
off of the height. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
brown shades to darker natural look, right? I always been a fan of that.
If we're going
I'm
off
with
a
that.
hierarchy, like most serious relationships based on that, yeah, I would have to say dark skin and slim has been my go-to. If I'm looking at who's been the serious one in my life, and that's the one that stuck, yeah, slim and dark skin, definitely. They some butchers, man.
Jesus. Hey, so
Nobody catch that.
You better skip me, buddy.
yeah, I did. I just tried to skip you. I was about to go to them.
Inside joke.
You better skip me.
I immediately was like,
Yes.
I was immediately like, let's get the
All you did
away
look
from
at
this
me and
dude.
seen the smile.
He caught it. He caught it.
Yes. No, skip me for real.
Yeah,
Teacher
no, I
watching.
plan on it.
Teacher
Yeah.
watching.
I know. I don't want to, bro. You don't have to tell me. I'm afraid of you right now.
Oh goodness.
She should be too.
Jesus. See, this is
that
how
another
things go
woman in the
left.
No, she in the comments.
I should talk to you shortly. It'll be okay.
But
Anyway.
but realistically, no.
Oh, okay.
Long term relationship. I've only had a couple. Yeah, 3, I think.
In the oven too long. That is
So-
terrible.
Ain't it?
And that is semi dark skin. My first baby mama. Mimi is dark skin. My last
the
baby
commercial.
mama. Well, that ain't my last baby mama. I forgot I got a son.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
She black as shit.
He need a chart. He need a chart.
And then the girl I got now is dark as shit.
You need
So-
a chart?
He need a chart. You gotta
Yeah.
keep up with.
So, well, she wasn't a real relationship though. She just
Wait a minute. Don't be
told my
saying that.
son, mama, she just got me for a baby.
Oh my god.
So she don't really count. But the serious relationship I've had with Annette, Nita,
You want to say their name?
He doing it. He dropping them.
listen, Annette, Nita, and
Sharon,
Mimi, and Tisha.
Tanya to
Them the 4 I've been with. For more than a couple of years,
Lethal.
and it wasn't a just hit and quit type thing. And all those are dark skin.
Hey, somebody gotta take the. We gotta take the
Y'all
life.
got
Hey,
that.
I don't know if y'all ever seen
all the dark
Split.
skin.
Y'all ever seen the movie Split?
Yes.
She said, "Go to
When,
commercial."
when they be like, this person take the lights from. When he had his motor perk, we gotta take the light from him because he is tripping. Like he on one tonight.
Hey, man, one of them too old to watch this. One of them in prison.
I'm sorry. One of
One of them just ain't gonna watch it. I don't think she got internet.
Factual. Is she ever getting out of prison?
I hope so. I really do hope so. She do that.
I mean, is she scheduled to get out of prison though?
That's something
I
we
really
should
do hope
discuss.
so.
Oh, so we don't know.
Well, she missed
that
up.
one day.
They set off 5 years last time she went. What I heard, but hopefully she get out soon. I mean, she didn't a lot of time. She did about 16 now. That's a long time. I mean, I wish
y'all
they don't
keeping
know
the
about
money
it.
She was more gangster than he is.
Facts.
Keep the money on her books.
I know, but see, I know the stories of her. I don't know
Yeah,
her.
she-
I was a
she
kid.
is thug.
Now, mind you, so what you don't know is he tried to act like y'all was the same age. She's 20 years older than you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in his 60s.
Oh, okay. No, he's
Look,
not.
Dad
but
level
okay.
6 done.
He's not.
Huh?
You're not.
No, I'm not.
I know.
Oh my god. So,
Greg.
I mean, and to wrap up the colorism conversation, because we got here by mistake, but it was a great conversation. To wrap up the colorism conversation, yo, we gotta stop it in our community. Like, you can have a preference. By all means, have a preference. Everybody got a preference, even white men, and they don't have colors. They're just one. Can I say that?
Yeah, but you have to look at what it's rooted in, though. What is colorism rooted in before you can end something? You have to get to the root of the problem.
Oh, for sure.
Big
you know
facts.
what I mean? So you can't just go in and say, all right, y'all, let's dead this. Let's figure out how we got here first.
I mean, that is a conversation that I would really enjoy to
We made that a
have.
whole topic one night.
Yeah, I would really enjoy to have, and something that I want to do is have sequential episodes where we can have super serious conversations about stuff like that, for sure. Because I do want to educate my people, my culture, on stuff that's real. Like, one thing for sure is that we definitely gotta do more stuff in our community.
Yeah.
Even if we're just regular people of power, right?
Absolutely.
You can be a regular person of power in your community with the means to do stuff for your community. We need to do more.
Of course.
So you police officers out there, you firefighters out there who's having good livings, coach them baseball teams, throw those park events, because that's important. Because that changes the way our communities are shaped. So we can have these conversations. I definitely want to have them. But for right now,
I get you.
colorism, we got to do better.
Yes.
You can have your preference, but we don't need to treat people differently. Shades is a great song by Wale. If y'all don't know, Wale is top 3 for me.
Absolutely.
He's a dark-skinned brother who make amazing music. But he dealt with what Dream was talking about growing up. What some of the people in our comments was talking about, colorism, because he's a dark-skinned guy.
Being African, too. And had to deal with
being African, right? So
African
Wale
stigma.
African?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
West African.
I didn't know that.
His cousin, the brother that played Chris on The Wire.
So, like, just, listen to Shades. He talk about how his light-skinned relationship damaged him early in his life. That's what Shades is about. You heard Shades before, I'm sure. I told you to listen to it, but I know you heard it. He was talking about his original relationship with light-skinned women, how it shaped him, and he built a resentment towards light-skinned people.
Wow.
He talked about this. And I one thing I applaud about Wale is the fact that he does talk about, some of your more misconceived thought processes and notions. So I do like that about that. Anyway.
I dig that about this generation of men, though. Y'all are more open to discuss the stuff that has pained y'all versus...
Let me tell you, I had to go through some excruciating pain to get here.
But you're here.
I had to, you don't understand.
Here.
I put my head on. My head been cut off for. They put it back on like Frankenstein.
But you here, though.
I've been guillotined. Ain't that right, Big Dream?
Ain't that what Sonny say?
Let me tell you, Dream is crazy. Some of the best advice in the world. Some of the best advice in the world. Also crazy. Also some of the worst advice in the world.
That's
In the same conversation, too.
The thing you have to know about Dream is, my mama told me this years ago, that you got to eat the chicken and spit out the bone. You have to know how to do that when you deal with this dude.
Indeed.
Because he will give you some stuff that's factual, that's healing for the soul.
Bro, Tony Hudson on the line.
But he will also tell you, I can't believe that. He will also tell you something like Rabbiter. And Tony get that reference. What's up, cuzzo? Hey, man, I feel like that was a real good topic.
Shit, he say he coming down tomorrow, too. What the fuck?
he-
We know this world coming to.
Bruh, he say that, but I ain't going for it. Hey, attorney, lead us into our next topic, because I don't want to take us too serious too quick. Where you going? Where should we go?
I want to talk about Red Notice.
Oh, let's go.
Have you seen Red Notice?
The new Rock and Ryan Reynolds movie.
It's got Gal Gadot in it too.
Gal Gadot.
It's on Netflix.
Let me tell you something.
Whack Wonder Woman. Gotcha.
Ooh,
Oh,
you
I said
black
it.
on black on black on
said
black.
it.
Cause
I said
she is
Whack Wonder Woman.
she like that. though.
www. Whack Wonder
I
Woman.
like that chick, man.
She's sexy though.
I ain't lying.
She's so sexy. Oh my
I
god.
like that woman. And shit,
I'm not gonna
let me
do it.
explain to y'all women.
Go ahead
something.
into the movie.
Let me explain something to women. Let me explain something to women. I done told, like, my old lady understand this already, because I done pushed this on her. And she know I like Wonder Woman.
Whack
I also
Wonder
like
Woman.
Natasha Romanoff. Is that how you say her name?
Natasha.
Natasha, yeah.
Romanoff, yeah. The Black Widow. To me, they're not fine, but they sexy as fuck. Sex is the way you carry yourself. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at sex.
I hear you. I don't know about
I mean, where it could be a really skinny girl who ain't really got no ass or titties, but she carry herself very sexy. Or a heavyset girl who carry herself very sexy. You see what I'm saying?
how, like,
fine.
The political correctness
Well, ain't no-
does not exist.
Fuck that. Let me give it to you wrong, bruh. We making babies tonight.
Oh,
This what I'm saying.
okay.
No, we're not.
Club. It's like, let's do it.
So fine is God given. Now it's hard. It ain't a lot of people find that sex at the same
Right
time,
back
but it
into
do
it.
happen. You feel me? So to me, Superwoman, not Superwoman. What is that?
Wonder
It's one of
Woman.
them. So sexy. So sexy. I think they make her taller in the movie than she really is.
No, she's
But-
really tall.
That Amazon, goddamn.
I'm gonna do something just for you though.
Go ahead.
She fake Israeli.
She
what?
is. Which again,
She what?
She got it.
That's
I
why I
didn't
don't
mean
fuck
to
with her.
you.
That wannabe black adjacent shit. I can't get with it. It's like you.
If you knew
Here's
her,
my problem.
if
with
you
it.
knew her
I'm
nationality,
trying
you
to
would
go
have got the
serious, man.
joke.
I'm trying to put it every time
What's
I
her
try to get out.
She Middle East?
Pull me back
Israeli.
in.
Is she? I can see that in her. I can see that in her.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Because she got a tan.
Beautiful.
I don't
beyond
take anything
measure.
away from her appearance. I don't dig the putting on the black and taking off the black when it's comfortable thing, or putting on the color, taking off the color. Like, cut it out.
Does she do that?
Yeah,
I ain't know-
she
I
was
don't
quick
know- I
when
don't know.
she first got the woman dig. She was like, "Oh, I'm a woman of color," and they completed that like, "Oh, we have diversity," but you don't though.
Oh, I ain't know she ever played the woman of color because she doesn't look it.
She
Yeah, I ain't
says
never
she's
heard
a
that.
woman
Yeah,
of
she
color.
doesn't look it. But I
Cause
didn't.
she's not.
Yeah, she ain't gonna fool
She's
nobody.
Israeli.
passing. She's passing.
Israeli.
She is Racheling us. That's what she's doing.
Oh my God,
Oh, I did it.
she did.
She is. She's Racheling us right now.
Smoke me out again.
I ain't with it.
Give me a minute.
One more time, I'm gonna swing on you. Before the night out, it's gonna go down.
You got my gun on me.
But anyway, Red Notice, what you think about it?
So
Ryan Reynolds is a god, by the way.
yeah,
Ryan
this
Yeah, I did wrong. I did wrong.
this entire weekend has surrounded that movie for reasons that only I'm gonna understand because I'm a wrestling fan, of course. But bro, they had a whole storyline between Survivor Series Sunday and Raw yesterday about the golden egg going missing because The Rock gave Vince McMahon the real Cleopatra's egg. It was funny as shit. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah. So all in all, I really dug the premise of the movie. It's instant. It is instant action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you get into it. And I like the fact that it was I felt what you were saying immediately when you was kind of like it was Indiana Jones meets like Deadpool type of comedy type stuff. So I like that. And then of course
Ryan Reynolds is a star, bro.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm sorry to interrupt
Go
you
ahead.
saying it again, but I define stars by being able to play themselves and make you believe their role.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington has done that
Absolutely.
for every single movie he ever
Absolutely.
played.
Yep.
Samuel L. Jackson has done that as well. Will Smith has done it.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds, Sean Connery. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
absolutely.
super racist.
Absolutely.
Sean Connery.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Bradley's amazing. Don't you
I like
treat
Bradley.
Bradley like that.
Okay,
Brad.
I won't.
Bradley Cooper do have his and misses.
He does.
I agree.
What did he
But
miss
here's
on?
the goal.
He's hit or miss.
What did he miss on?
He's missed on
He's hit or,
something.
he's hit or
You
miss.
tell me something.
I don't know around top.
Continue your
but
list. Continue your list.
go
I'm done with my list. I want to know what
Yeah.
Bradley missed on.
He missed on stuff.
On what?
Has missed on
But
Civil
it's
Line and
hard for
Playbook
me
was
not to
amazing.
watch- I can watch a Ryan Reynolds movie and not like the movie and love the character he play.
Facts.
And that's the difference.
Well, so
I think.
okay, I can give you this. Bradley isn't Orion.
Yeah.
Bradley is the bottom of the totem
But
pole of
Bradley
people
is Bradley.
I
I
named.
don't think Bradley's trying to be Ryan.
Well,
But
he's
I
the
think-
bottom of the totem pole of all the people I named. He's the worst actor on the list of people I named.
All right.
Leonardo DiCaprio is also on that list.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Chris, which Chris is that plays Captain America? He's hit or miss for me too.
Evans?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's hit or
we
miss
ain't
for
playing.
me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I dug him in the
He-
Losers, but I hate him as Cap. I hate Captain.
I liked him in the
But
Losers.
in
But
his defense,
yeah.
I hate Captain America. Yes, I said it, America. I hate Captain America.
Well, no,
he's
black
my
people.
least
Black
favorite.
people hate Captain America.
He's a freaking Boy Scout.
Let me tell you something. I ran across a comedian recently. I know that, bro. We all over the place.
We are. I'm sorry.
But I ran across a comedian recently that was like, they was describing the feeling that black people get when they pull into a town where we see too many American flags. So this is something that don't get talked about. Black people don't even talk to our white friends about it because we all got white friends, you know, but we don't even talk to them about it.
Shout out to them too.
For sure, especially the allies.
No,
Love
really.
racist Ryan. But we pull up. We pull up to your community, and there's too many American flags. We get nervous.
Yeah.
True story.
But we know what it means.
Yeah.
Any super patriot is damn near racist.
Yeah, we
If
get
not racist.
nervous. We
Right.
get nervous.
All right, you know what? Just being real, I feel like this whole night gonna be free flow conversation, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, it is.
But-
It is. I mean, we got a guest here
Yeah, I
who's
know.
very free thinking that
So
we like.
Sunday. Anyway,
Sunday.
I'm getting off of exit in Mississippi. It's exactly what you just said, bro. There is a caravan at the exit. Said, please help. Need money for rent. But attached to this caravan is a "Don't Tread on Me" flag,
What?
2 "Fuck Biden" flags, and then like some
I
other.
thought they didn't like socialism.
Bro, man, listen. When I tell you it was a walking contradiction, I hope it was just an art piece somebody had set up, and it wasn't somebody actually there doing that.
Right.
Because otherwise, my boy,
Right?
Mississippi got you all messed up. Like, what?
I don't know. I felt like that when I first went out to college. I went to Troy, and anybody that knows anything or familiar with going to Troy or in that area, you have to get off of 65 and
And drive through the woods.
And like when you get off in Greenville, there used to be this barbecue shop. And these weren't American flags; these was rebel flags. So as soon as you pulled off on the exit, right there to your left was a barbecue shop, and hanging out with like these huge rebel flags. I mean, it was like 5 of them draped across the front of the store. Needless to say, I never stopped for gas there. Like, no.
Factual.
But the scary part about it was if you didn't stop for gas in Greenville, you had a whole stretch of nothingness between Greenville and Pike County. So
Right.
it's like you got to stop somewhere. But look where you have to stop. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first experience off at school, I'm like, I should have chosen HBCU. Like, real life in my mind, like, something told me not to.
When you try to explain that to people, though, they feel like you crazy. Like, when I try to explain that to people, they look at me like I'm completely crazy. I'm not. Like, yo, you don't understand what it feel like.
Now, when you say
So-
people, you mean...
People.
People.
Exactly. You can't explain that to people that's not of color.
Yeah.
Because it's not their lived experience.
Yeah, so like they don't understand what it feel like to, I had a conversation with one of my best friends, Racist Ryan, who's not really racist, by the way. With Racist Ryan, I had this conversation with him before we went to his 4th of July party. I went to his 4th of July party, right? But the conversation was he was trying to get more understanding. Now, mind you, he wasn't being contrary. He was just trying to understand. Picking my brain because he does care, right? And I was telling him, I was like, bro, it ain't that we're unpatriotic. We don't feel like 4th of July is anything. It's just like, honestly, ever since 2020, when they started snatching up the rebel flags and telling people that, hey, look, that's offensive to black people because they act like they didn't know. Ever since they started snatching them up, the American flag has got real prominent.
Oh, yes.
They are tripling and quadrupling up on them. In my eyes, it's the same thing. If you're overly patriotic, it's almost like saying, hey, man.
You drink the Kool-Aid.
Hey,
Drink that
man.
red, white, blue juice.
I ain't fooling with you. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and it sucks because you don't understand. But just like that, I've been to a barbecue shack, and it's random that it's barbecue shacks. But I've been to a barbecue shack that was in a gravel, like on gravel. Come into a paved road, but it turns to gravel, make you feel good. It was like three double wide trailers hooked to make one big building. And like we've been seeing signs for them. They got billboards on the interstate. I've seen advertisement for them. This food look great, so I want to go there. But when we pulled into their parking lot and through the gravel, we looked around. I was like, man, I don't think we should eat. I don't think we should go in.
Don't get this to go.
No, we didn't even get it.
I don't spend my
We
money.
didn't even get it.
Right.
We got in the car. When we got back in the car and left, we was like, I don't know that if I go in here, I could go in here and order my food and walk out and be safe, or I can go in here and order my food and then get tortured and die. I don't know the reality of it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that people don't feel.
Yeah. You
People
talk
don't
about
feel that aspect that we have to feel that, man, it's a possibility I can go in this place
something happened to me.
and they kill me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel that.
You feel that in Georgia? I mean, in J. Florida when you was growing up. That's a lie. And you ain't gonna tell me you didn't.
Not told the truth. Let me explain something.
I know you didn't go.
I'm 6'3", 250, and I ain't never been nowhere without a gun.
You a threat automatically. Your mere existence.
No, you ain't hear me,
Yeah.
sis. You ain't hear me.
I do.
I'm
What do you-
6'3", 250, and you'll never catch me without a gun. Never. What worries me more is what I'm gonna have to do to a motherfucker for disrespecting me and my color.
Right.
Not what you gonna do to me. Cause I'm a shooter. Factual. And I don't wanna fight this case, cause I'm probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
Now the last time I felt like that, me and my old lady was on the slingshot, I think. And I'd never been to Dolphin Island Parkway before. And I had been going to Cedar Point forever. And I always wondered what was on the other side of that bridge. And somebody said, that's Dolphin Island Parkway. I'm like, yeah, I done heard about that place.
That's Dolphin Island.
Dolphin Island, that's right. My bad. I ain't from here. That's Dolphin Island.
Okay.
I had never, not Dolphin, I probably wasn't niggas over there.
And
But
yeah,
Dolphin Island, I said to myself, we need to ride over there, baby, and just see what's over there, because I've never been over there. You know what I'm saying? So, one day we just, boom, we're going to go over there. We're going to ride the little, we don't know how big it is. We don't know nothing about it. You feel me? I'm from Atmore, she from Baby.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So we're going to ride and just see what's over there. Mine just right before election. We went over there. When we crossed that bridge, bruh,
Yeah.
from the bottom of the bridge to the far end of the east wing to the far end of the west wing, always seen with Trump sign.
Yeah.
And she said when we went over here, we went back down by the ferry, she said, you want to stop and get something to eat? I'm not fucking eating over here.
No.
For two reasons. One, I don't want to kill none of these white people over here. And two, I don't spend my money where I don't feel like it's warranted. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at me retarded for spending my money, and I made a lot of it, notice I said made, past tense. 'Cause we broke now. Give me some, dog. We broke.
For the broke.
Broke brothers.
It's a lot of money on Dolphin Island.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
For sure.
Ain't
It's a
no
lot.
doubt.
Man, but so let me say this too. Where
This story was in Dolphin Island? That he
that he talking
Okay.
about.
But they got a trailer park, right? Coming back by the ferry, right?
Yeah.
They got a trailer park right here on the right with drop top BMWs and shit like that in their trailer park, bro.
Yeah. It's no different. I say that all the time. There's no difference in the mindset in the hood.
Shit like that in their trailer
You got
park,
the same
bro.
drugs. You got the same domestic I say that all the time. You got the same criminal records. There's no difference. You have the exact mindset. You got cats cooking up crack in the hood. You got cats cooking up. It's no mess. I say in the trailer park. Got the same. They beating on their wives and leaving their babies got the same way. The same exact.
It's all about what's publicized. It's all about what's publicized.
They beating on their wives and
when Puka do it, it's all on the news.
But like you said, the difference.
It's all about what's publicized. It's all about what's publicized. When Puka do it, it's all on the news.
But like you said, they're temporarily misfortunes. At some point, they're gonna make the trial. So in their mind, it makes sense to vote for a president that's gonna eliminate Medicaid. At some point, it makes sense to vote for a president and a governor that's gonna cut food stamps and pre-K programs because hey, that don't affect me long term. Right.
So you said two things. One, I'm gonna double back to. Did you see the article where Trump wants to unseat Governor Ivey?
Wow.
Like he wants
I
to
didn't
buy
see that.
residents in Alabama so he can run for governor of Alabama in the primaries against Kay Ivey because he blames Kay Ivey for his rally that got canceled at the Battleship. But Kay Ivey didn't have anything to do with that. It's the Memorial Parkway Association or whatever it is.
So I remember that.
They are not allowed to have partisan events, political partisan events. So they canceled the rally.
Absolutely.
But he blamed Governor Ivey because basically he's like, you the governor, you could have made that
had
happen.
he ever served in the armed forces, he would understand that you cannot have partisan activities and events at a military facility. That is considered government military facility. That has veterans of all races, religions, backgrounds, socioeconomic, political, across the board. If he had actually served, he would understand it.
Well, I hope he do what he do. and then they split and they
Say that
split
3
votes
times.
and somebody else wins.
Hey, who else gonna run?
Yeah, man.
I hate to say this.
Win the Bob Bell.
I hate to say,
Win Bob
I hate
Bell.
to say this. If Donald Trump runs for governor of Alabama, he will win.
He will.
Without question.
He will.
He
Without
will
question.
win.
Without
will.
question.
Kanye West gonna win.
The only way that he would lose is if people was like, "No, we want to vote him for president again." And you can't, you know,
Nah,
like
they got Junior. They talking about Junior for 24.
shit. No,
Who's
just saying.
Junior?
Shit, no.
Donald J.
Trump.
Junior.
Man, stop it.
Oh, they talking about Junior for 2024. And what's the daughter name? Her for
Ivanka?
28.
And Mr. Pillow Man.
They got a whole agenda. They got it planned out. Telling you, you have to be a strategic chess player and watch both sides of the table. You have to see what they doing over there, and it's chaos. This madness, absolute madness. It is mad, and in their mind,
I'm
it
here for the
makes
charade,
in their
bruh.
mind it makes
Shit
sense.
funny to me.
In their minds, it
Attorney.
makes sense.
Hey, what we got?
Lead
Man?
us, bro.
Go into the
What we got?
Ahmaud Arbery from this because that goes directly into what you were saying
Fact.
earlier.
actually, that's kind of what I wanted to double back to. I didn't want to talk about that. I want to talk about Zach. What's his last name? Stacy.
Jack says.
I want to talk about the Zach Stacy
Oh
situation.
my God. Hey, please
Because
don't say what you said earlier.
You talked about
I
domestic
don't know
violence.
what I said earlier.
Are you familiar with the Zach Stacy story?
Yeah.
Jack
Okay.
Stacey is the NFL player that
I know
His
who it is,
girlfriend.
but I don't know what I said earlier.
what you said earlier was gruesome.
It was factual then.
Wow.
He beat that bitch to sleep.
Oh my God.
That ain't what I said. But
No, it's not.
That was
But
fuck,
that
bro.
was just as bad.
that was brutal. Hey, have anybody seen Hellbound yet?
I started it.
You see how it came on? He was the big
Oh
black
my
thing.
God.
shit.
No. Oh my God, bro. See what you did?
That whole situation was so violent, though.
That was
That
horrible.
was terrible.
It was so
Let
violent.
me tell you something.
God, it was bad.
I don't feel like that man should ever see the light there again.
And it happened in front of their kids.
And he should
You know,
get
the
beat.
kid was
He
right
should get beat up
there.
every day in prison.
The kid was right there.
Like, bro, ain't no excuse for what he did. I seen the video, bro. It's no
Yeah.
excuse for that, bro. It's not okay.
brutal.
I really don't
It's
watch stuff
brutal.
like that, but considering I knew we was gonna talk about it,
You watched,
I watched it.
but you didn't watch King Richard.
Multiple angles, though. It was the
1 minute
multiple
and
angles.
57 seconds, 2 hours and 24 minutes.
The 2 hours was worth it. That was a great movie, though. You missed a great movie.
If she would wake the hell up,
I'm not
we
getting
could
in
go
there. I
watch it.
stay out of domestic
I don't stay out of
situations.
domestic. Me too. You see, Zach Stacy. You
You
feel
feel
me? you gotta stay out of domestic
Staying out of domestic
situations.
situations.
Janae, we gotta watch King Richard because they won't talk about me all show because we ain't watched it yet.
So
then
Danae
you gotta bring me back so I
knows
can
that
talk
you
about it.
are a part of a entertainment-based podcast. That it's important for you to watch entertainment-based shows.
Well, I tried to talk about Red Notice and we see where that got.
Yes,
So,
it took us
well,
off
you
the
was a
rails.
week late.
We didn't talk about it last week either.
We did.
we
Me and
did.
Dream did.
No, we didn't.
Me and Dream
Y'all
did.
like kind of touched on it.
We touched on it because we didn't want to ruin it for you because we courteous.
Ah,
Oh, that's so nice.
that is.
You asked
Oh, we
what you missed.
we on buck ass
You asked
right
what
now.
you miss?
What happened with Zach
Did you
Stacy?
ask what you miss?
What happened to Zach Stacy?
Hey, Dream.
Okay, let me
Drink.
say
Nah,
something
for
because I
real,
heard this as I was walking out.
Drink for real.
What?
What do you call a snow person with a six pack?
Oh Lord.
who?
Oh no.
A snow person with a six pack.
A snow person with a six pack?
Slow,
A
slow.
snow.
Slow?
Snow,
White
as
stuff.
in like white
Yes.
Christina Aguilera. That
snow, yeah, snow again. Snow, like
Niggas, we on
frosty.
like Jeezy.
Like, we have to be
Did we
clear.
get off
We
Zach
have to be
Stacy
clear.
that
Snowman,
We're
snow.
saying N,
Snow.
not L.
Did we get off of Zach Stacy?
Yeah, but no, we coming back. He
I'm
asked
just
you a
asking
question.
you a question.
But we have to be
We don't
real
do
clear
that.
with you because you might
Never
say
mind, you
something
took it too long. It's called an abdominal snowman. Anyway, continue. Zach Stacy.
Oh,
That was good though. That was good.
can we get a
I
rim
hate
shot?
you, bitch.
Did you?
I just, but I'm gonna tell you what was gonna happen.
Welcome back to the South. We got something to say, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right.
Welcome back.
So
Hey, if you hadn't done that, he was gonna make it like so bad.
I was so lost, bro. I had no idea what I had walked into.
I
and then-
Okay,
No.
moving
thought
back
at some
into,
point
into
everybody
your-
started
into
getting
your
naked after
topic.
that.
No, but you walked out on the Zach Stacy.
Yeah,
stuff.
He said that he should never see the dialect.
He
No,
he should.
No,
He should.
No. Only way a person should get life is for taking life.
The only thing I
That's how I
So
feel.
you think he should get out of prison?
He didn't kill him.
oh my God.
I don't think nobody who don't kill people should get life.
Well, okay, I do. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I don't.
No, well,
Now, should they be punished? That was brutal.
You asked me.
Well, I ain't asked shit.
You did ask me. You was like, you don't think you should get life. You right.
You didn't let me finish my point before you jump back on me, though.
Forget your point. So,
Y'all are too funny. Oh,
life is almost unnecessary outside of rape.
agreed.
That's not a rape.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
rapists should go forever.
Rape and molestation. Outside of
I
that,
go molestation, but rape?
What you mean?
outside of
and?
rape and molestation, life. I mean, life is acceptable.
That trauma.
I mean, it's
lives
not acceptable.
forever. That trauma doesn't go away.
Yeah, bro. I ain't no way you force yourself upon another being and change from it.
Yeah. That's I read though.
Wait,
I know you do.
so
You was
because-
you was trying to be.
Pause.
You was
Sarcastic.
Pause.
He was trying to be
I was being
like.
sarcastic, but
He was trying to be the antagonist, but he realized that it was
No,
a bad.
I wasn't being attacking. I was literally just being sarcastic. Yeah, you know.
That's the only thing that I really feel like life is necessary for. Bro, I will kill somebody over Dream if they attack Dream too heavy. Like, this is my brother. We
I ain't
argue
getting
like
raped now,
crazy.
man, because I'm
No, stop. Don't.
Oh.
We're not doing that.
okay.
You should dive into that.
Scaring me.
No, we should not.
We
Don't.
should.
No, we shouldn't.
You men are funny.
We should not. Trust me, not him. With me and him, yes, not him.
Not him.
Yeah, no, leave
It's
him
gonna
out.
go way to the left.
Way bad. So, but one thing for sure, my family and like
You
my
shaking
closest people,
You
my
like,
my
no.
family, my closest people, you know, I might murder somebody to protect them.
Right.
I was protecting somebody I love that was in danger of serious harm. I shouldn't spend life in prison for that. I actually
Well,
shouldn't
then
even.
actually, our laws to protect you for that. If the person, if you
No,
are,
they protect the whites.
Right.
Let's get
Facts.
that under control.
That's
No.
They
facts.
protect the whites. Nothing. The blacks don't get away with shit.
No.
They protect the whites.
well, like again, like I said, there are laws that are supposed to. Let me say
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Let me put the
supposed to. They only
There are
they
laws
only
that are
protect the whites.
supposed to be there to protect you from protecting your loved ones. But we see how that worked out for Marissa Alexander. So I get
Fact.
what you're saying.
Yeah, they only protect the whites.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, Rittenhouse. That topic is coming.
Go there.
Hey, Dream, what was we talking about
Zach
before I
Zach.
get?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I honestly feel like prison is an institution for capitalism. So I think it should be some corrective measures taken.
Agreed.
The money that we're spending to institutionalize people, we spend that on correcting people
Absolutely.
for teaching them their wrong ways and correcting them and reintroducing them to society
Right.
But
versus
that's why they
just
call it
imprisoning them.
correctional.
But they don't.
But they took
But they
the
don't correct
correctional
people.
out of it. They took the rehabilitation out of it.
Yeah, they don't correct people.
And that's not what's happening. And see, a lot of that is because one, prison went to being privatized. That's one thing. And then they created all these extra earmarks to where certain prisons only got certain amounts of money if you housed so many people. And they cut the funding on various programs. So education was gone. Most hygiene is gone, which is why you have several civil suits right now in the state of Alabama because of the conditions of our prisons. See, it's one thing to say that a person goes to prison for a crime they commit. I absolutely say that there should be punishment for committing a crime.
Absolutely.
We also have to understand,
But it should be
you have to
corrective
treat-
punishment.
You have to treat a person like a human being still.
Facts.
Because if
You know what
not,
I mean? Like-
you build animals.
And that's what's happening. If you look it up right now, Alabama has the worst prisons in the country. The worst. The way that our people are housed, the food that they get, the lack of
It's coming.
hygiene.
I know it.
I mean, it's so bad in Alabama prisons right now. COVID is flipping repeatedly.
It's coming. You know what's coming, right?
It's you
know what's
go
coming?
for it.
13 years behind the gate, kid.
Oh my God.
13 years
It's
behind the
hurt.
gate right here.
Now,
Hard time.
In Alabama,
No pillow.
In Alabama.
One
That's
sheet,
what
one
we
case. Ain't nobody rape me.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
13 years behind the gate, cuz.
I don't want to.
13
No, you need
years.
to-
Can't make
Max, Supermax, Holman, St. Clair, West Jefferson, Kilby, all that shit. 13 years right here.
Oh Lord,
Ask him what he
So I know
ask
what
him
it's
what he
like to be
doing.
back
what
there.
was he doing?
You
What-
feel me?
what was
I
your-
know what it's like to be in 3 cell, 4 cell. They call Pritchard. Two said they called the jungle. I did that shit.
What were you doing?
I was a correction officer. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, though.
Didn't see that shit coming
Rick Ross. Rick Ross.
Listen what I'm saying, though.
So, tell
I
me,
did get to see it.
Did you,
First hand for 13 years.
did you take your name from a rapper as well, or how did it work out for you?
Listen, man, I got to see it first hand. First, second, and third.
But you understand. You
It's your
understand
first, second, and
exactly
third
what-
shift.
Yeah. You understand exactly what it was then.
Oh, it's rough enough, man.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
especially if you're not really from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from the hood, like me, I am from the hood. Now ain't no play about it. So going to
And
work
right.
at a prison,
Yeah.
you feel me? It was like going to the club.
With me, all men.
Yeah, I mean, no sarcasm. When I get in there, it wasn't a, oh shit, look at this or look at that. Like, well, when you came to prison, nigga, I ain't know you were locked
Oh
up.
my God.
For real. In the same way they responded to me. Nigga, you a correction officer, nigga? Oh shit, well, you done change your life. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
One nigga walked right up to me in the middle while I'm walking down this cadet.
So that's your
He
experience.
say, bruh, how you didn't make it to prison? Nigga, I'm in prison. Shut up. We'll talk later.
Right.
Facts. I shot him before. So he knew. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
God.
But I understand it from both sides. But then you get people that go to prison, they ain't real street people. And I get to see the culture shock when they get there.
Of course.
That first night or that first week in
movies have a lot to
prison.
do with that too.
And I see some nice people, humble people, came from great homes that wanted to play street. You feel me? Then they get the back of Sam, what we call a little preacher, the jungle. And they said, holy shit, bro, I'm gonna go crazy back there. You gotta get me moved, bitch. It ain't that easy.
Yeah.
You gotta man the fuck up. What you think I need to do? Get a knife.
Enters me. I'm Bookworm. Hey guys.
Yeah. Like
guys.
you catching the case.
I came from a
You'll
great
do better.
home.
You'll do better. D.
Oh,
You talking shit, yeah.
I'm Bookworm.
Yeah, but you still
sure.
do better in prison because even though you came from a great family, you ain't no pussy.
You know, square.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll make it.
I ain't had no choice,
You
bro.
gonna outsmart.
You know how many times Tony
There's
and
a lot of thugs
Altrell
back there.
tried to beat my ass for
There's a lot of thugs back there, a lot of
None of
fucked up
it?
shit. You'll outsmart half of them. So yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
First off, I ain't going. Let's get that understood. Jail was enough. I'm not going.
Yeah, prison rough. And then I see people like the movie go in there that's not really bad people,
Yeah.
but they have to become bad people to get out.
Of course. That reminds me of, what was that, Shawshank?
Yeah.
He says that I had to go to prison to become a criminal. It was like, he was a good dude. He was a straight and narrow guy on the
Facts.
outside. He had to go to prison and learn how to be a crook.
Oh, the movie about the white dude. I can't remember what movie it was. When he had the dude ran in the house trying to rob them. He ran out, hit him with a baseball bat, ended up killing him, going to prison. It was based off a true story. Then he had to fight to live in prison. Remember
Yep. Nobody knows the movie.
Oh, y'all know the movie, bro. Well, the shit got busted. It happened.
Well, you got to
real
tell us
story.
outside because they don't know either.
Well, they was making them folk fight to death.
No, look at
in
the
California,
camera. Look in the camera.
and they got busted.
I ain't never heard of that one.
Oh, y'all need to watch it. Oh,
he
it's
be trying to
good
tell.
movie.
Yeah, he be trying to
What's
tell.
it about?
Like we
The
be
white
trying to.
dude, somebody
Look at
broke in
the
their
camera and
house.
tell the people.
Oh, somebody broke in their house. He ran out with a baseball bat, hit the dude. The dude ended up dying.
30
Sitting in
seconds in
prison.
now. Oh,
And then when you get
him
to prison,
trying to make us
on
know
the bus
movie.
on the way to prison,
No.
this big man, like the big guy that always in and out of prison, made
Sorry.
him stab somebody. Or
Southers.
they framed it on him. So he
I
ended up
know.
going from like
I get
7
it.
months
It
to like
happens often.
30
the
years.
whole movie
And then that motherfucker,
outside.
he had to show up to become a thug. He had to join the Aryan
Necessary,
Nation
though.
and do
Y'all
all
love
this
it.
shit to make it through.
He gonna give us
But
the
he
Y'all
whole
ain't
gives
seen
us
movie.
this. This happens every week.
Bruh, super
Every-
good. It's
Y'all
super
hear
good.
this same
But he
scenario.
went from a businessman,
He's still
Look
telling
at him. Yeah, I
us
didn't do it.
stone
about
cold
the
thug,
movie.
girl.
I didn't do this.
and nobody
It's not my
knows.
fault. You blaming me?
Yeah, so what we were talking about before was that, like, yeah, the correctional facilities don't correct people anymore.
They don't.
They don't correct people
They do
anymore.
not.
And that's the biggest problem. Like you said, Dream, you're right.
Back to-
I only think that two things that can't be corrected is rapists and molesters.
Right. Back to the Zach thing. Oh, were you about to say something?
American History X.
No, because he curved that guy.
Oh yeah,
They
he
more
did.
than
No,
American History.
continue.
Yeah, he's a full out racist in that. Yeah, I couldn't watch him
Yeah, it
for a
ain't
long
that.
time after that movie.
Oh, don't play a bad
Seriously?
role. Let me tell y'all, actors, something coming up. Do not pick a bad role because I would not like you
Oh,
ever in life.
Yeah, it took me a long time to even like him after that. It was like, yeah, I don't like you, bro.
The people that on A Time to Kill, the two
Yeah.
white, never again.
Did they play anything else
They
after
did.
that? I don't remember them in anything else. I don't know.
Their career was real short because nobody forgave them.
I remember Kiefer Sutherland, but he didn't actually commit the rape. But yeah.
We still didn't like him for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't either. And it ruined Lost Boys for me. It really did.
Yeah, it is.
I was very upset about that.
But
absolutely. Was that going back to that, I think the only thing added to that I have to say is there has to be a deeper investigation into CTE, because you see way too many football players that, and not just football players, you see it with MMA fighters, you see it with boxers, you see it with football players.
You see it in soccer players.
When they have head injuries like that, they have a higher rate of
football,
domestic violence. It's a fact. It's known that you have athletes who take a lot of blows to the head. They end up having domestic violence issues, drug abuse issues, alcoholism, several different things. They really need to dig into
more CTE.
CTE.
Quick question: is that in WWE? And
that's why I was smiling.
Yeah.
So the entire study that really launched into
Shot
CTE.
caller. I found it.
Okay. The original.
Look that up.
The original, basically study that led to that came from a kid that went to Harvard that was a wrestler in the WWE. When Chris Benoit had that double murder suicide, he took his degree. He stepped out of the ring. He took his degree, went into a lab, and started the study for CTE, because it was like, how can somebody that loved his wife like this,
right,
loved his kids, had a great career doing what he loved to do, making this kind of money, what would have basically triggered in him to do this? What it led back to, and the reason that they started to discover CTE and that trauma, his finishing move was a diving headbutt. He had been doing a diving headbutt in the ring for 15 years. And if anybody, we always talk about like the fun and stuff in wrestling, but like wrestling rings hurt. They are basically wood and like the canvas you paint on with a couple of mats in between them for cushion. That's all it is, for real, for real. So you got to think, this guy is jumping from the ring to the top turnbuckle is 7 feet. So he's jumping in the air and landing. So you talk about at least 10 feet, 4 nights a week. 15 years. And that's where they noticed that parts of his brain represented that there was deteriorating, and so they had him, they used part of him, but then they also had like a couple of like NFL players who had suffered from bad concussions
I was just
and
about
stuff
to
like
say
that. And they started to notice the similar pattern,
and that's
between
when
his
the
brain
study
that,
for CTE
and that's when CTE really started.
Mike
so,
Webster,
yes,
that's the guy's name. Mike Webster played for Pittsburgh.
Well, that's the first,
right?
Yeah, that's the one that
whole they played the Iron, it was the Iron Curtain. That whole defense, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers had one of the best defenses at that time.
Steel Curtain. I gotta correct you. I'm sorry. I just couldn't let it go. The Steelers, Steel Curtain. I'm sorry. I know it was minuscule. I had to. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, that's what the movie was based off of.
It was the movie
Concussion with Will Smith, which was phenomenal.
It was, and it explained a lot, and I think a lot of people needed to dive into that, because, like you were saying, how do you take a usually mild-mannered person and then they go into suicide and violence and completely, like, this basically said this man went from being a regular healthy human being to he physically was like a 70-year-old man with dementia. His body had completely deteriorated at that point, and it continued to go on. But you got to think about it. Like you said, you taking blow after blow after blow constantly. A lot of them since they were young. It's why I hesitated to let my son play football, for that very reason.
I'm gonna tell you, the most dangerous position in football, in my opinion, is tight end.
Tight end over running back, nigga, really?
Yeah, because running backs don't last long enough to get that lasting effect. They rest their body, give out before they get that.
Yeah,
but if you really look at, the statistics of the people who
tight end get the hardest lick because they cross the middle.
The people that you look at, and they block. When they don't run across the middle, guess what they are? Linemen.
Yeah, but linemen don't get it like that.
No, the second hardest position is a lineman, bro. And look up the statistics.
But they right next to each other.
I would say
I understand.
If you look at the Bulls, if you look at the blows and the way that they take the blows, right? Because majority of the time, most quarterbacks are right-handed, so they're looking downfield, right? They don't see that.
That's why they
So
pay all that
quarterbacks
money to
coming
that
around.
one
Quarterbacks is the
guard.
second to last.
But you see what I'm saying? Like if you
I
look
feel
at
your thought
cats
process.
like Peyton Manning's career almost ended from concussions. And he had to
Trent
have
Green career
surgery.
did end it
You
from
see
that.
what I'm saying?
That
It's
surgery
like
from a neck injury.
But let me
Broken
tell you
neck.
something. Well, before we go too far, before you, I heard you grunt. But quarterbacks are second on this concussion,
Right.
behind kickers.
One running back.
On the low end, the top end has always been tight ends, offensive linemen, middle linemen. That's the top end. I looked at the research because I was super interested in it because of the movie Concussion.
right.
Tight ends block, run across the middle. They're huge players. They're the only players on the field that's big enough to play a lineman position and score the ball. Fullbacks died off years and years ago, but they didn't touch the ball much. Running backs body break before their mind does.
True.
Now somebody like Derrick Henry, I'm afraid for his career because.
Frank Gore, Adrian Peterson, Brett, a lot of them stopped that. But
It
go
is.
ahead.
But listen, they don't take big hits.
Even they don't.
Those
take hits
the
that
great
MMA
running
guys
backs.
do, though.
If
Take-
I had to
they-
go with the number one is linebacker.
Linebackers take the most.
You got
But
Junior Seau
statistics-
and all them cats that actually went fucking crazy
But bring it
from
back-
hitting people
yeah.
game
Linebacker.
out the game.
Linebackers.
Bring it back to
Yeah.
the point that you have athletes in multiple genres, right? That take blows to the head. It was an MMA fight. I can't think of his name right now. I might Google it in a minute. That he lost it. He snapped. He kidnapped his girlfriend and raped her and beat her repeatedly for a week.
Yeah, that nigga was just
He
crazy.
ended up in prison for that. But
Nah, that was
a lot
mind
of that-
issues, bro.
a
That
lot
shit
of
come
that
from
was-
MMA, wait. And
I'm not making an excuse.
Go ahead. I'm
but
gonna talk about
my
the MMA
point
guy.
is the consistent blows to the head. It
It's
has,
like
to,
that
it
in
has to
boxing
be.
as well.
That's
That's
what I'm
right.
saying. You have a lot of
Boxing is way
cats-
worse.
They call
Boxing
it
is
punch.
worse.
They call it
Way
punch drunk.
worse.
It's not though. MMA, UFC
No.
fighters, they
Boxing is
fight
way
to
worse.
blood.
Boxing is worse. You're right.
Boxing is way
Boxing is worse,
Like
'cause
next
You talking
world
about
worth.
taking the blows? I'm talking about I've seen cats in submission moves where they are choking them till they
That's-
pass.
But it
out.
doesn't
That's
damage
easy
the
peasy,
brain. It
That's
doesn't damage the
oxygen.
brain.
It
That's
does.
easy peasy. No-
That's
It does,
oxygen
but
being
no
lost in the
long-term
brain. That's
effect of being
multiple-
choked out.
That's multiple effects of blows to the head and you being choked out. You losing oxygen for long stints of time.
No long term effect.
Okay.
Scientific.
That
And
is facts.
let me tell
Unless
you why.
you lose oxygen for over like 3 minutes,
Yeah,
it doesn't cause permanent
outside of
damage.
that, yeah.
But blows to the head does cause
Exactly.
Which is way worse.
damage. But boxers take more of that than
So the blows to the
MMA.
head and the kicks to the head is a different.
What?
Well, blows
I
to
gotta
the head
speak on
is
that. I
just hand
can't.
on
I
the
can't
head.
not speak on that.
Okay.
And I'm only giving it from a professional MMA fighter. You'd have never seen that shit coming, did you? You'd have never seen that shit coming. I'm gonna explain the difference to you. In MMA, and I was number one in the world at one time in fighting. That's why my shit fucked up. You feel me? See that coming in. In MMA, when you get
Was you
knocked,
number one in the world?
yeah, I was.
And what?
MMA. It's two different rankings. You don't know. UFC don't use the regular ranking. The regular
Okay.
ranking, UFC don't use that shit.
So you
I was
number
number
one
one in the other one,
in the other
not
one.
UFC. Facts. So the difference is this: in UFC, in MMA, don't say UFC. In MMA, if I hit Craig and I rock him, I jump on top of him when I finish him.
Right.
Boom, 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 and the ref stop it up. You see what I'm saying? In boxing, I hit Craig and I rock him. He hit the ground. They give him a standing 8 count. Now that soft tissue in his brain, if he can stand up and fight me again, I'm gonna beat that same soft tissue for the next 8 rounds.
Factual.
You see
And
the
I'm
difference?
a boxing fanatic.
That is the difference why boxers be fucked up. In MMA, if you get that softening in the brain, you're probably out of it. You can't. It's hard to recover from that because I'm gonna jump on you and I'm gonna finish you. That's why you see him do the hammer fist so often. And then the fight over.
I'ma give you a good
The point
example.
was only that
Yeah.
you have athletes that take those multiple blows to the head and
Muhammad Ali?
the effect.
Before Muhammad
The
Ali.
effect
I mean, well, not
goes
before
into
Muhammad Ali.
beyond
But
just
Yeah.
the physical.
Right.
It goes into. It causes them to react and respond in ways that they normally wouldn't.
right. So,
When you have
yeah, and I
domestic
think we're getting
violence
lost
and
here.
things of
I
that
think you're
nature.
right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. We're
Right.
right. We're getting lost
Yeah.
here
You
on
shouldn't.
who's more damaged, right?
Right.
Who cares?
You're missing.
right?
You looking
Yeah.
too much at the cause and not the effect. The
Yeah.
effect is you have a high rate of domestic violence
And
drug
which-
abuse and suicide.
CTE is coming more out of NFL than any other sport.
Fact.
It's coming more out of the NFL than any other sport. CTE.
And they have a shorter career.
And well, we say that, but boxing it may be coming out more, but it's happening so young that they ain't calling it CTE.
Right.
People are living longer careers. So it was a big fight coming up, which was with Tank and what is his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Tank and the Mexican fighter. That's from the Bronx. So he was Puerto Rican, but he wasn't actually like from the outside of the country. Who's a great fighter. I can't think of his name right now. Man, I wish Spike could tell me this guy's name. But this big fight was coming up, and the fight got canceled because he beat his girlfriend up. But he fought 64 undercard fights and won them all. You feel me? And dude is in his early 20s. So they don't call that CTE because dude will live another 25 years. He'll live another 25 to 50 years with no problem. But they don't understand that his mental state is detrimented from being blows to the head, right? Because he's a boxer.
Right.
So I say boxers ain't the worst, but that's just because we don't know yet. And NFL is determined the worst because like they actually play longer careers.
Rolando Romero.
He responded.
Spike did.
My dog.
But and that's all to the point.
Rolling.
I don't know now.
Rolling.
I don't know
Let me
one
finish.
MMA fighter that fought 64 fights.
Let me finish. Rolling. Rolly's super young. Rolly's super
Well,
young.
that nigga spelled that wrong.
No. Well, Rolly's his nickname. So in boxers, you get nicknames, right?
Yeah, well, I'm reading what the nigga
Yeah.
wrote.
Rolando Romero.
Yeah.
Like, he's super young. He's supposed to fight Tank. Dude is phenomenal. Right? I don't think he could have beat Tank. That's boxing conversation. But outside of that, he's a big puncher and he's taking big punches. But that does affect your brain capability. Absolutely. But because he's so young, you won't know that he has CTE because he got CTE doesn't cause you to die. It causes you to have a brain degenerative disease. Right? Where you don't make great decisions. And NFL, that is more prevalent because of people like Hernandez, who was very young.
And then they was born crazy.
Nah, bro, that's not true. So don't do that. Now, this is where me and Dream get real, like, we really bump heads. Don't do that.
That nigga was crazy in college before he started taking all the blows.
Bro, nah, he was a high school star. He's a 5-star prospect out of high school.
He crazy because he was a fucking super athlete.
But that means he had been taking blows his whole life, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look at it, and I'm not, again, I don't make excuse. Disclaimer, I don't make excuses for domestic violence or murder or any type of abuses.
Right.
However, moving forward, what's your boy? Play for the Patriots. Was on trial.
Hernandez. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. So, like him, he started as a child.
He did, and this
he
is
started
the thing.
in Little League.
This
like,
is the
every big star story.
No, they don't. That's not true. Most of them do not.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, some of them basketball stars. Most of them don't.
You literally only talking about fucking the nigga Jimmy Graham.
No, I'm not.
Here's what I'm saying. You talking about the same guy. He started as a child, right? Playing football. He progressively went on, especially when they see that you are a star and they see that you have talent, they're going to put you out there more. That means he took so many hits, so many times, progressively from childhood into middle school, into high school, college, then professional. How long was his professional career?
Hernandez's career was super short. So this is the thing.
So 4 years in college and then what?
No, we got started.
No, wait.
He had about 6 years when he was young.
Even if we just
then he had 4 years of high school,
4 years of high school,
3 years of college, and then about 3 years of pro.
So, but before we go crazy,
10 years of blows to the head.
But and a lot of people get that. So that's what he.
Thank you.
So he's
fucking innocent. Did all the same shit.
Wait. Please wait. Jesus Christ. Please wait.
You make an excuse for that fucking psycho?
No, because he's not. I'm not gonna give him that title. I'm not gonna do that. The problem with that is that you is denying science, bruh.
I think both.
Stop.
Whoa. I really want to get this point across.
Go ahead.
The only reason we got to see Hernandez's brain is because he killed himself in prison.
Right.
Facts.
That's the only reason we got to see it. He killed himself young. I think he was 29 when he killed himself.
Facts.
his brain deterioration was worse than Junior Seau. Mm-hmm. Junior Seau played full career in the NFL.
Sure did. Yep. Sure did.
He was one of the first cases of it. Webster played a full career in the NFL. He was one of the first players of it. Right. Hernandez had more trauma. What I'm getting at is that it doesn't matter how the trauma happened. If you get more trauma, it's more brain deteriorated. Bro, if you seen those scans on his brain compared to Junior Seau, which is I seen because they showed him, it was traumatic. It looked like he was missing parts of his brain. It looked like holes was in his head.
Right. But that's what I was about to say. Couple that with other things, right? Like both can be true. He could have already had...
Couple that with childhood trauma.
Right. Couple that with childhood trauma. Couple that with drug, alcohol abuse.
Exactly.
Couple that with the trauma to his head, the CTE, right? You have several different things happening at the same time. All of that could be true. And it's like a perfect storm. You have a perfect storm brewing it's gonna at any moment, right? That's pretty much what was happening with him. So you had him deteriorating at a faster rate. Because
at a high rate.
Who's to say this man wasn't taking X? X takes chunks of your brain. Mm-hmm. Who's to say this man wasn't taking other ketamine and all types of drugs?
He was definitely taking drugs.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably steroids.
So, and
steroids, yeah.
And college, that's why they do it. His already mental instability up from childhood. They already
his childhood trauma.
With childhood trauma of people thinking he was homosexual and all
his
this
daddy being overbearing on his life.
But you see what
but we all have. And Aaron Hernandez was a god to get Aaron Hernandez. If he would have finished his career as a tight end, it would be no Grunt.
Yeah,
it would be no Grunt.
Yeah,
I agree.
Grunt was on the other side. Grunt was the dude. He was the
football guy. That's the one thing we can't do that with. I'm a football guy. You know what I mean? So I get it. And I remember saying the scan. You could be a little right.
I think it's
I appreciate you for.
I forgot about the scan.
So I'm gonna tell you what. I gotta give my boy Dreams of Flowers real quick. He is one of the smartest dudes I know, and he's one of the most honoring and self-loving dudes I know. But he will admit when he omitted. So
I remember them scans. I forgot about them, and you're right. He was.
I give you that, bro.
Was ate the fuck up. But to tell y'all something about that, so they did this study, and they compared the human brain to a woodpecker. It's gonna sound weird, don't it? Fuck y'all up.
Do you know woodpecker? I ain't gonna tell that story. I'm sorry. I know that's what you're going.
That's right. Well, that's what the science proved. Right. The woodpecker was evolved to be able to bang his head millions of times.
Right.
You gotta do that.
They got basically a bumper. Like you ever seen a bumper of a car when it's separated? Mm-hmm. You got the metal, you got plastic, metal cushion, then this metal frame behind it to make it when you hit it. You feel me? Right. That's how the woodpecker brain is made, or the skull, cranium part of it. What the human don't. We're not made to bump our head against shit.
Right.
That's why the helmet is used, and why the helmet got those pieces in it,
right,
to give you that woodpecker effect, but you still not a woodpecker.
I think they broke that down in Concussion when he was talking about the woodpecker.
Is that in that movie too?
Yes, in that movie. He also talks about
the helmet has
how
got better.
The brain is like in the glass,
like a ram or a bull or a cow.
Times.
All those got those that set up in their brain so they can bang, and they aight.
But the human brain is not.
We're not built for that.
No,
it's not built for that.
And you know what's crazy? We're at the top of the food chain without having that defense.
We're at the top of the food chain.
But that's how you keep that brain.
Right? We're the most fragile.
We're the most fragile, but we're the top of the food chain.
If you look at other carnivorous beings, we are the
That's
most.
That's a big word.
I am a fan.
Fragile.
I almost gave you 5. Give me some of that shit she gave you.
Shout out to LA.
My bad. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
But if you look at it, right, we are considered predators, even though we probably shouldn't be. But
that's because of our brain.
Right. But you looking at us, we're at the top of the food chain. But you have other animals beneath us that are stronger, faster,
bigger,
more agile. Absolutely. They have natural instincts how to survive better than we do. You know, the only thing that really gives us a leg up is the fact that we have a bigger
gun.
We have a soul.
You should see our guns.
I would argue that some animals have souls.
I think every animal has a soul.
That's another conversation.
I think every animal has a soul. I think we have something different, though.
Our ability to immediately adapt to things and also have an opposable thumb. That's about it. Because, like you said,
this thumb is amazing.
This
shit is game changer. This right here is game changer.
That's it.
Put man against lion.
Put man against this one. Right? Man against any big cat, what happens?
Did nobody catch that bitch but you?
I'm so glad I didn't catch it.
I caught it.
I didn't. I'm
Ain't
I'm
nothing
giving
but
it back.
cover his face.
But put man against any big cat, right? Man against any big lion, tiger, leopard, panthers. Man's going down. Without a weapon, man goes down.
Oh yeah. In a raw environment, if you drop me in the cage and drop him in the cage, I lose.
You lose automatically. You know what I mean? So they say we're at the top of the food chain, but are we really?
Oh no, we're really there because we're not gonna let ourselves get put in that situation often.
We make the rules of the cage.
We made the rules of the cage.
We make the rules of the cage sometimes, but
Unless
you see how that works out for a lot of them cats that get caught up in them with the mountain lions.
100%. Those cats are all white.
Oh no, let me tell you. Wait. So the mountain lions, because I'm a trail walker. I believe in walking trails. I love
We walk the trail right here.
No, I walk
from here to Pritchard,
I walk major.
which is dangerous, but nigga,
right?
that trail ain't got nothing out that bitch to say. Cause that trail will be the last time you walk that trail.
See why we argue?
Exactly.
But
No, it's some coyotes out there.
Yeah.
And in Sims, there are some bears.
So,
there are.
That's bad. It is.
And Sims.
no,
yes.
but this
That's
is
little bear.
And in Saraland. No, cuz.
With little bears
black
and big
bear.
bears.
I'll fight a black bear.
You go right ahead, black bear.
Yeah, I'll fight a black bear.
he's
I ain't
so
let no
big
black bear kill
We're
me.
not even
he's
doing
stupid.
this. I'm
Yeah,
not
don't
doing
do this.
with
Don't
you. I'm
say,
not
hey,
doing
don't let him bait you because he
I'm
baiting
not.
right now.
I'm not.
But what I'm telling you is that I walk trails. I have yet to walk a trail without my pistol.
Right.
So I don't care about no mountain lion. I promise you, he got dodged 15. My aim ain't that bad. I promise you, one good bullet, he be like, oh, wait a minute, this nigga here for real.
You think so?
Oh, for sure, I've seen it. I've shot
We shoot
coyotes.
big shit.
Yeah, I've shot millions of big animals. Not millions, but I've shot many big animals, and a hot bullet going through them is something they never experienced before. They've been slapped. They've been slapped by their counterpart. Right? I'm a mountain lion, you're a mountain lion, you slap me. Ow.
Right, yeah.
That hurt.
I'm good, bro. Yeah.
But when that 9mm go through your shoulder, you be like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I feel
That feel different. I probably should go regroup. And they do. They go regroup.
Indeed.
What you be seeing on them hiking videos is white people who feel like we shouldn't have a Second
It ain't
Amendment.
so much the hiking videos that I see as much as it is every time you hear man mauled by bear, man mauled by.
Yeah, they don't have
You know what I
guns.
mean?
None of them named Jumbo.
None of them is Carrie.
I'd heard a couple
Wait,
drones.
it's a carries.
It's a
I hate my-
A couple
for that.
drones out there married to a carry.
Yeah, let's go with
Judge them
Carrie.
out there.
Ain't none of them named Jumbo.
Ain't none on Tyrone.
No.
Carry got him
Tyrone
out
ain't
there.
going
Carry got him out there. Tell me I'm lying.
Carrie out.
Carry and called him out there. All
You're right.
baby.
It was Carrie that was
Yeah,
taking off
mama.
He out
pictures.
there in some khakis with his ashy
Hey,
ankles.
mama.
And now he getting mauled.
Y'all seen Kevin Garnett ankles?
Don't talk about KG.
Did
Don't
you
do
see
that.
it?
Don't
Did
do
you
that.
see it?
We're
though?
not doing this.
That shit was trending
I'm
all
not doing
day.
it. I'm not doing this with you.
Bruh had beef jerky ankles.
I'm not doing
Bruh.
this with you.
If you gotta take
I think
black
you got a
folks on
condition.
some type of
Like,
hike
bruh,
like that and they
he
can't
was
take
a
their
rapper.
gun, that hike ain't gonna work.
Hey, bruh gotta use lotion, dog. Like, bruh, you can't be that rich. He was like, man, y'all gonna make me bring out the
You gonna
steel
tell me KG don't look
broke
like a rapper?
He like
KD.
KG.
No,
KD.
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 He said he said
Oh, Kevin Durant's
Kevin
ankle.
Durant
Oh, Kevin
ankles.
Durant ankle was. Oh, it wasn't KG. I'm sorry, I did mix that up.
You did.
KD ankle looked like beef jerky,
Look at his hair.
and that's
That
what they've
brother
been talking
he
about.
is like the
So he
definition of ashy.
He tweeted today. Jesus. He tweeted today like, man, don't make me bring out this y'all
That
still
brother
broke
is
card.
like the textbook definition. If you Googled ashy, he popping up with his rolled up hair
One or two.
and his ankles. It's beef jerky ankle. Tell me I'm not. Google it. Google ashy.
No, you win.
He coming up.
He been trending all day because of his ankle.
mad at
Like it was so funny because it was just a sliver. It was like his sock was up
And then
here
he's skinny.
and his pants was here,
Nice
and
socks.
they got to see that much, right? But this part right here was terrible.
Nice socks, by the way.
I appreciate it. It was terrible.
Hey, real quick.
Let
Next
me
shot, son.
finish my
You
story.
talked about KD, you said ankle like beef jerky, and you try to eat him. Listen,
I ain't trying to eat him. Wait a
that's what I'm
minute.
saying. Was anybody And I gotta ask y'all this, and we gotta keep it short because we already went a long time.
Yeah, we have. I apologize.
Was it because I
That's
wasn't?
okay.
So I want to be the one to ask it. Was anybody surprised at Kyle Rittenhouse?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
No.
Whenever they start calling in the National Guard prior to the decision,
I
whenever
already
they start letting, when the hell did they start letting the defendants pick their jurors?
Yeah, that entire trial
The music.
from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna tell you what the one I'm more paying attention to than Kyle's.
Wait, no. Let's stay on Kyle for a second because I'm a transition.
Right.
And it's a reason why I started this
Okay.
way.
No,
So,
I'm absolutely not surprised. at
After
anything
I only
that happened
watched
with Kyle.
about 10 minutes of certain days of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I watched. I found out he pretty much picked a Trump selection of jurors. I don't know if y'all missed that.
Now, how did he know?
The way they voted. Ooh.
I'm saying, how did he know? How was he giving that information? Because I know he was.
It's so easy to find this type of shit out these days.
Here's what
man.
I'm saying. I
These
saw the way
motherfuckers
that
slick as
he.
shit.
I saw the way that he.
They
did
call it a ballot. What they call it? A ballot juror selection.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said. He picked his own people.
Yeah, it was.
I knew he picked his own people, but I'm
But,
That
saying
was
how
a
did-
valid-
but I don't know how he would know.
That's what I'm
I don't
asking.
think
How
that
did he
would
know
be
the
hard,
biases?
though.
Right?
I mean, nowadays it's so easy to find out.
Because it's easy to say, all right, we all of us in there, we all on jury duty, but we're gonna pick and select each one of you by the way that you vote.
Facts. So, also in this right here, the man was in the judge booth looking at TV with him
Right,
during the trial.
right.
The judge specifically treated this kid like he was his own son.
We knew early on, like you said,
feel me?
the jury selection, the way that he made that he basically told them they couldn't call the victims victims. I mean,
Facts.
it was
Yeah.
step by step by step.
They broke this case down for him
Absolutely.
from the beginning
It was-
to the end.
it was a
that there
slam
was no
dunk.
way.
All his
I mean,
defense
and then they
attorney had
got
to do
rid of
was
the gun
just-
charge because they knew that even if he get it with murder, they could still hit him with the gun charge.
And it was a
just
technical
like,
thing,
Just like many
too.
niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas beat a case, right? They beat a drug case. This happen all the time with
Mm-hmm.
niggas. You beat a drug case, but you still got to do the 5 years because you're a felon with a gun. You feel what I'm saying? He was illegal having that gun.
Right.
So that's the one thing that the new feds can pick up, so they dropped that immediately. You see what I'm saying? So he beat this case and
So what
still
was the
had to do
what
some
was the
fed time, so they
technicality
dropped
on the-
that.
on the drug-
They
on
said
the
the
gun
barrel
charge?
was too short.
So
Straighten it up then if I'm saying it wrong.
so the gun case was dropped legally because
Not really.
I don't, because I don't want to defend the dude at all.
Yeah, but they make laws as they go.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Rifle laws has been rifle laws my whole life, bro. I grew up a hunter, bro. I started hunting when I was 14.
I think they
Yeah.
said that was specific too, that he actually chose that particular type of weapon because he knew
AR-15 is
he was
is
able
considered
to
a
transport it
hunter's
across state lines. He was able to have it at his young age, and the barrel was short enough to where it would not cause him to
Facts.
have.
That's how it went.
And see, this
No,
is the
long
thing.
enough. It's not short enough. It's long enough.
This is why
So,
this is why I say that we have to educate ourselves on the other side.
Yeah, it still wouldn't work for you if you were black.
No, that's
wouldn't.
not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna work for us. We need to do it because they doing it. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to educate ourselves on what information is being disseminated on the other side.
Yeah,
Because this type of stuff, if you go and you listen to any right wing podcast, website, anything dealing with their media where
They know
they're
they
disseminating
laws.
large information, they're putting this information out there.
Yeah, they
is
know
what
their
I'm
laws,
saying.
they make sure
He's
everybody else
not
knows.
the only one.
no.
Facts.
He's not.
So-
That's my point. He's not the only one.
don't
He's
let
not
that
the only
trap
one that's
you
getting
as
that
a
type of
black person.
information.
So my
and this right here has opened the gate for it to happen again.
my AR-15
Facts.
my AR-15 can be considered. I have an AR-15
Right.
right here in this house right now. It's considered a hunter's rifle if I carry it.
Right.
Well, if a white dude carry it.
Facts.
I have an AR-15 in this house right now.
That
can
nigga
be
spitting.
considered a hunter's rifle as a white dude carry.
Right.
So it's legal to carry in any state in the United States.
But he got dreads. Hold this
And
up.
I have a.
You know what it is
I
when
have
he carry it?
dreads, melanated
It's an
skin.
assault rifle when he carried it.
When I carry it, it's a weapon,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
But as a white American, I can carry it as a hunter's rifle.
Right.
I can carry it in my back window of my pickup as a hunter's rifle and nobody pull me over. You know, but I can't. If I have that in my back window of my pickup, because I drive a pickup. If I carry my back window, my pickup with no tent, I get stopped. Hey, what's going on? Why you got AR-15?
Because that's probable cause now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference.
Right.
So he
We know
was
that.
carrying a hunter's rifle across state lines
Right.
to a protest in order to protect
Property.
citizens
It's not his.
and the citizens and property of that society. His parents got in a car, put their son in their car with them, with the AR-15 that they bought him. Cause he didn't earn it, man. With the AR-15 that they bought him to go across state lines,
Right.
not just city lines,
Right.
state lines,
State line.
to patrol a city from looters to protect property that has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Also, the people of that city that has nothing to do with them. And this guy happened to not kill a black guy, right? And I know I said this probably in some private conversations, because I'm a black guy and I'm pro-black. One of my best friends know that. Ryan knows I'm pro-black. Racist Ryan knows I'm pro-black, but he's my brother. At the end of the day, I get married, he's in my wedding. He's somebody that close to me. He's that close to me. Because that whole, I don't understand why we can't coexist. Right?
We're not the problem.
Because we're
Facts.
not.
We're not the problem.
Before y'all go into take the light from me. Because I heard it. Me saying that did that, but I said it for like comfort for some people who listening that may not understand. But that same concept is like you drop this 17-year-old boy off with an AR-15 into a video game in another state to say, "Hey, protect the people here." Although he didn't kill anybody of color, of black descent, right, of African descent. He killed 2 people and injured 1 because his parents told him it was okay to.
Right.
And the country told him it's okay too,
Yeah.
and the judge told him it's okay too,
Right.
and the jury told him it's okay too.
I got a point to make there. So this jury of our peers, right? This jury of our peers has yet to be of our peers.
Facts.
I've seen cases in Mississippi that's heavily black. I've seen cases in Mobile, Alabama that is 53% black. Mobile, Alabama, where this podcast originated from, where our people are from, 53% black. A jury of our peers aren't black. I've been in that courtroom. I've been there. That's not my peers.
Can I push back
They don't.
a little bit?
Absolutely.
Just a little bit. And I say this, you know me, right? You've known me for a long time. I am a voters' right advocate. I got my start as an activist with voters' rights, right? When I got started, my grandmother, born in 1932, was petrified that something would happen to me because she was alive when the last recorded lynching took place in Jackson, Alabama. She was alive, thriving, living when that happened. So to see, she knew when King died. She knew when Kennedy died. She knew when them boys went missing in Mississippi. So here, her granddaughter out here registering people to vote scared her to death. Her very first time voting was in 2008 election. Like, wrap your mind around that. I say all of that to say juries are picked from voter registers. That's how we get on the voter registration. If we're not registered to vote, you can't be in the jury pool. That is a fact. So we will never have a jury of our peers if you're not registered to vote, if you don't show up for jury duty.
I respect that. I respect what you just said. Just in 100% because that's what we got to drive.
We do.
We got to get more of our community out there to vote.
We can't make a change if we aren't willing to change it.
That beautiful story you just told me of your grandmother, I have the same story. My grandmother was born in 24.
Yeah.
She's alive right now. We're getting ready to celebrate her 96th birthday.
Happy birthday.
This month. Like
Absolutely.
a couple of days from now.
That's dope.
So I understand. My mother, who's turning, Ooh, I don't want to
Don't
mistake
do
her
it like
age.
that. Don't do it
No,
like
I ain't
that.
gonna mistake her age. But her first driver license said white.
Wow.
She is from African descent, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But she's light skinned.
Yeah.
Because my family's light skinned.
Right.
We was talking about this earlier. We was gonna get into it, but we moved off because he was gonna use my family as a reference. He was gonna use my family as a reference because my family is very light.
Right.
A very high Creole descent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like my people come from this area. Papa was African. I've never met him. He was before my time, but everybody I met in my lifetime was of this tone.
Right.
My mother driver license was white. They want to give her driver license to her carekeeper, which was my grandmother. That's something that that's a story that I didn't live through, but a story I had to hear to carry as a burden of my own.
Absolutely.
That's a burden I have to carry to hear that my mother was asked, "Do I want to give your license to your carekeeper, who was my grandmother, who's alive to this day, we finna celebrate her, birthday in this week."
But I said that to say, with everything they lived through, right? Mm-hmm. We talk about we never gonna get justice in this system. We never gonna get justice in this system. Yeah, we don't get justice in this system the way we're doing it. We're never gonna change anything the way we're continuing to lay down on that.
So how do you fix it?
What's the fix from the inside?
It ain't about fixing it from the inside. We gotta fix us.
Ooh, I want to hear.
We gotta fix us, and we gotta fix the way that we approach the system. Understand
36.
that we cannot expect justice from a system that was not meant to be just for us.
Facts.
No, I want to move
from the inside though.
I want to move the room though. I'm right here with it because I think deeper than a lot of people do, and I think you're there, and I know you're there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just meeting you tonight. Where's our elementary, our root is at?
The root in what?
How do we fix it? Because you can't say we need to go register to vote. We're not educated. So where's our root at?
That starts with the education of it, right? Like you have to look at everything across the board when it comes to educating ourselves. We don't have political clout.
How do we fix our people to get educated?
We have to do it.
How though?
The same way you do anything else. We learn what we want to learn, right?
Facts.
And see, we start our children off young. My babies know politics from birth. Their mother. I am the co-chair I'm the co-chair of the state and the city of Mobile Green Party, right? I am the co-chair of the state. I am the reason why we're on the ballot every time an election comes around, because I make sure that we have ballot access, because I march on the ground and I make sure that the people understand that you have another alternative. Mm-hmm. You do not have to be a lapdog for the Democrats continuously.
Right.
Continuously we fall into that same nonsense, and then we sit back and we like, why aren't we getting any change? How do you expect to get anything different if you continue to do the same thing? Mm-hmm. They don't even pander to you anymore.
Shout out to Bernard.
They don't even pander to you anymore. They don't even come to your church every 4 years and tell you, if you vote for me. You had Joe Biden in your face saying you ain't black if you ain't voted for him.
Stay with that. I don't want to change the subject. I don't want to change the subject.
So I say, hold on. I say that to say education from the beginning. We have to understand that knowing civics from a young age, understanding the political process from a young age, how it works. Get yourselves involved. Educate your children. You can't wait until they're old and expect them to understand what the process is. My father educated me from a young person. I could not wait to register to vote. Could not wait. I turned 18 and the next week I registered to vote. That was what I wanted because I sat down and I saw it and I understood the process.
Shout out to Linda Johnson.
You did what I'm saying?
Linda Johnson Davidson for that. She did that for me.
That's what I'm saying. I understood
but how
the
do you
process.
how do you fix the other people though?
You have to. How do you fix the people? How do you fix the uneducated people in your age? The same way that
raising kids.
The same way that you do with anything else that we're trying to do. Right? Here's the thing that people don't understand. A sad fact that we're not gonna want to like to hear. You can't save everybody.
No, I'm a fan of that.
You can't save everybody. We have to look at us right now.
LeBron James got a lot of criticism for starting his school because he knew he couldn't save everybody.
Can't save everybody.
I'm aware of that.
We have to look at this like war.
But how do you fix?
We have to look at this like war. Anybody that's ever been in the military understand that when you're at war, you have to address those who can be saved. You can't save everybody on the battlefield. Everybody ain't gonna make it. Some people are so dead set on where they are, especially in the South. Especially in the South, they love their Jesus and they love their Bible. I mean, they love their Democrats, and they not budging from that. That's what they know.
Not white Jesus.
Who don't? Who don't?
They do know.
They love their Jesus and they love their Democrats.
They white Jesus. They love their white.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, stringy hair, Jesus. They love their Jesus and they love their Democrats. I'm not talking about Jerome Christ. I'm talking about Jesus, Jesus, Caesar, that dude. They love him. And they love their Democrats. They not budging from that. You can't tell them no different. If you criticize a Democrat to anybody in the South, they gonna look at you like you crazy. They sit there and they tell you constantly, you cannot save everybody. Save those who want to be saved. We can save the youth. We don't have to keep pushing on them the same
How do
thing.
you save the youth though when their parents?
Teach them.
But
the
wait
same
though.
way we buck from what we might have taken some things that our parents taught us, but it's some things that your mom and them taught you that you like. I can't rock with that, mom.
For sure, 100%, 100%. We cut of the same cloth, and I think everybody in this room is cut from that same cloth because my mom know I disagree with her on some stuff,
Absolutely.
and she know I agree with her on some stuff.
Absolutely.
With that being said, but how do you fix the person in the hood? Right. Let's talk about Pritchard.
Hold on, real quick.
You keep tapping me because I don't get the goddamn and talk. Go ahead.
Well, shit, I ain't said shit half this episode.
You haven't, so I'm intrigued. Go ahead.
So, I know for the people listening, I am a member of Alpha Alpha. I got on my hoodie this evening. You know, so you say that one of our principal programs is a voteless people is a hopeless people. Mm-hmm. That is something that was instilled in me from being younger. I'm a third generation Alpha. So, from the time I was young, you know what I'm saying? I watched these men in the community going and do stuff like that, bro. I grew up in the hood. You wouldn't know that if you met me because the education that I received granted me opportunities to be able to get out, but I come back to my hood so that when people see me and they see these letters across my chest and I go into these community centers and I'm able to, bring something to them that they don't want to hear. Then, what make it even sweeter? Bro, you get in there and you try to educate these young cats and they be like, oh man, that's old school, you don't know nothing. I be like, oh, so what you want to do? You know what I love to hear? Oh man, I'm going to be a rapper. Oh, let's get into it. If you meet them where they're at, you can elevate them to a different type of level.
You're one of the anomalies.
You can
elevate them to that level.
He's not.
He is one of the anomalies.
Not.
I mean, you don't know me. He knows me. He know who I am. He know the man I am. He know how many kids I didn't put my arm around. You watched in my lifetime. Because that's what I care about. I swear I don't care about money. I don't care about flashiness, none of that. I've had it all.
Right.
I don't care. I want to leave a difference on this planet.
Absolutely.
Dream, I really want to I'm finna give you the light, bro. I promise I'm coming to you, bro. I swear for God, dog, I'm coming. But the thing is that you're a third generation Alpha. I'm a third generation revolutionary. My folks would not confirm to anything. I was the first one to confirm to anything.
Right.
You know what I confirmed to. You know my organization. Yeah. I'm the first one in my family, to confirm to anything. And I did that for knowledge.
Right.
You know where I stayed at.
Yeah.
Did I move? Yeah. Because I came for knowledge. Oh, it's political. No offense. No offense, bro. No offense, bro. Oh, it's political. It's a lot of politics. I can see it's more knowledge to get. But it's a lot of politics I got to play to get there. I'm going to wait. I'm going to pause on that. And I did. Because one thing for sure, I believe that if you seek it, it shall come. Like, I don't care about anything outside of logic, right? So knowledge was developed by the man's mind. This is, I'm finna go way deeper than I wanted to, not because this is, you finna get into my head, but the knowledge is developed by the man's mind. It was never developed by anything other than that the man had demanded on his own. Like the movement of the human body that was Leonardo da Vinci, the Sistine Chapel painting on the building. It don't matter what you pick. A man's mind developed all that. It was given by a supreme power, whether you believe in whatever it is that you believe in was given from that, but it was there, right? It was all developed here first. I don't need you or you or you or you to tell me what makes life right. Now, do I appreciate it? Absolutely. But you can tell me something, and I don't necessarily have to, and I can hear them like, that don't sound quite right.
Okay.
Because discernment is real. With that same ability, I'm able to guide my youth, my culture, into a different lifestyle, right? Because you don't have to be a gorilla all the time.
You don't.
Because they told black men that you gotta be a buck. No offense to your name. No offense to your name. But you had to be a big buck. That's probably where your name came from, unfortunately.
May have.
Yeah.
Your lineage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's maybe where your name came from. We knew he was in that lineage. We ain't gotta ask. We ain't gotta ask. His skin black as tar. He's 6'3", 250. We knew he was a breeder.
Yeah.
We knew what he was back then. We ain't gotta ask them kind of questions. I didn't have to be taught any of that. It's because I was blessed in whatever religion you want to believe in with discernment, with being able to understand the universe and the powers that it be.
How does that pertain to politics? Go ahead, because I'm going to dive into that. Go ahead. Y'all going to have me all night.
You want to dive into me?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna hit your button more than he did, and probably more than you heard. He said, "Where do we start? How do we fix it?" And I said, "We've already started." He said, "How do we teach these people?" They say, "When the student is ready, the teacher will appear." The teachers are starting to appear, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm the older person in this room, so a lot of these old school fucked up black traits, I inherited them.
Right.
I've been a Democrat my whole life. I ain't never voted anything outside of Democrat.
Right.
And straight down, all blue. Because that's what we supposed to do. We black and we from the South.
Do good black.
You feel me? So it started with this Quaker girl that's on my Facebook. Can't think of her name for first name right now. But she's a whole lot of Kanye West. And I brought them two names up for a reason. And I fought her every day. She jump on my page and I will make sure my fans eat her ass alive. Every chance I get. I apologize now. And I'm going to tell you what made me apologize. Listen to Kanye West do his interview. Open my mind to things that would have never opened my mind before. So when you talked about the Democrat, Republican, and how we was trained to do this and to move that direction, because we was trained that way.
Right.
It really opened us a door that never opened before. You feel me? I was the biggest. When I say biggest, okay, nobody in the room denied. I hated Trump with a passion. Because I felt like I was supposed to.
Right.
I feel like I was supposed to.
Right.
Listen to Kanye West open up doors for me that never opened up. That's why I like him more than I ever did. And I told y'all, if listen to that interview, I got a whole nother respect for that man.
Which interview specifically?
Drunk Champs.
Yes, you did listen to it if you ain't heard it.
Okay.
It's 2 parts. It's like
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
The first part is the most important to me.
The first was 2 hours. The second
Yeah, it
was
was
an
like an
hour.
hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half. Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, it's a lot of information.
It's a good.
It's a lot of information.
It's a good listen. It was way.
Yeah,
better
it's a
than
lot of
last time.
Let me tell
information.
you, he's a genius.
He's a genius.
I wouldn't call him a genius. But
No,
I think
he's a genius.
No, here's why I say that. I think the word genius is thrown around way too frequently.
Yeah, that's the one
Do
though.
I think the man? Do I think the man is intelligent? Absolutely.
Ask
No.
me who I call geniuses in my lifetime.
Say again.
Ask me who I call geniuses in my lifetime.
It's not about you. I'm talking about the
So I can-
fact that I've heard Kanye be called a genius before.
Who else is a genius?
I don't feel. This is my personal,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm attacking your opinion right now.
and you're entitled to.
I'm going to.
Absolutely entitled to.
Who else is a
I don't
genius?
feel the man is a genius.
Who else do you feel
I
is
feel
a
he is intelligent. He is very intelligent. He's
Tell
very
me, who do you
articulate.
think is a
He's
genius?
able to express his thoughts and his opinions in a way that makes you feel as if he is of genius level. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's a genius.
Who do you think is a genius?
Nevertheless, he makes some very good points with what some of the things that he tries to say, and sometimes he goes off on a tangent. And
Those are not tangents, though.
No, I know. Let me have her. I need her right now.
I felt the same way.
I need her right now.
Same way.
Because I was the dude that attacked him before he felt this way.
Yeah, I was the same way you felt.
I need
felt
to.
like
I
that.
need to know. I need to know. I want to know, who do you think is a genius? Because I said he was genius before this interview. I knew he was
I
brilliant.
disagreed with him. I thought
I knew he was
Kanye
brilliant.
was an
the
idiot.
brother, I give the brother his props on being intelligent. Do I feel like he's a genius? Nah, I don't.
So who do you feel is
I
a
don't.
genius?
Name a
I can't
genius.
think of a genius, honestly. I can't think of anyone that I'd be like, oh my God, he's so brilliant. He's a
You
genius.
think Oppenheimer is a genius?
I can't think of anybody I can say, oh my God, this person. Because for me, when you start putting people up on,
You have to have a bar for a genius, though.
When you start putting people on
Albert
certain, when
Einstein?
you start putting
I got a
people
question.
up
No,
to a
let me
certain
ask that question.
status, it starts giving them this like God complex.
Wait,
Albert Einstein?
what
Right?
makes a
And I
genius?
feel like I feel like with Kanye has a God complex. Do I think he's a very intelligent brother? He's a very articulate brother. He's able to express himself in a way that will sway you to think and understand. Like, damn, he got a point. Absolutely.
This is where
He
we
has
finna
the gift of
disagree.
gab. He
I've been
has
waiting
the
for this
way
moment all night.
to sway. Do I think the brother's a genius? No, I don't. I think he's a very smart person.
And I can't change your mind. I know I can't change your mind, but I do want to have the conversation.
Go ahead.
So this is the reason why I keep asking this question.
Okay.
I do want to have the conversation. And Dream, I know you got my back right
How
now
we got on Kanye
because I
and
fight
stuff
you.
and talk about politics.
That's
and
what
voting.
changed my political look. Was that
Yeah,
one
that's how-
man?
that's how-
Okay,
that
so let's
one
go-
genius
let's go back to-
changed my political.
let's go back
I
to
want to
that
know your. Can I
part.
have your opinion first?
We can talk about Kanye after, but my thing was, like you said, if we're going to talk about the politics of it, right, we have to get into the meat of how do we change people. Kanye is not the answer how we change people.
No, he's
He
not.
started it.
That's
though.
my point.
He's not- no.
but that's
He's
what
not
I'm
the
saying.
answer. The conversation.
He's not the
not
answer.
the point of how we change people.
He's not the answer.
We have to teach people early about politics, about economics. These are things that we have to teach people. Right now, the education system doesn't even teach slavery properly. It doesn't even educate children
that's-
on how
that's biblical.
their ancestors were taken. Not that they were slaves, but they were enslaved. That's not even being taught.
but that's
so we
biblical,
have
not
to.
political.
It goes across the board. Politics goes into economics, goes into to everything across the
So
board.
then, why can't I talk about Kanye?
We're not talking about Kanye. We're talking about politics and how to educate our people.
No, you
on
saying politics go across the board, but then you tell me I can't talk about other aspects of
No,
politics.
because you want to talk about Kanye's
No,
genius.
I just-
want to talk about how to educate our
I just
people.
want to talk about
And
your
Kanye is
mindset.
not talking about Kanye and making Kanye the focal point of the conversation makes like he's some type of savior again with the God
no,
complex.
I don't think he's a savior. I don't
He's
think
not
he's a
the
god
answer
either.
to our problems.
I don't think
He's
that
the
either.
start, though. I
No,
believe
I
he's
don't.
the
I don't
start.
even believe that. Honestly,
believe
I don't
he's
even
the
believe
start.
that. Honestly, I don't even believe that. That conversation that we started was I wanted just to know your mindset.
I don't feel like Kanye is a genius. He's a smart person.
So who do you call a genius?
I don't. That's
Who do
my
you call a
point.
genius?
I just said I don't.
You
Nobody.
can't make
I
it.
can't think of one person I'm like, yo, this person's a genius.
Albert Einstein was a
Pretty
genius.
close. I would probably say, what's the doctor physicist brother?
No,
No.
she's talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh,
He's about to close out kind of be like, yo, that brother's on genius level.
So
Would
you
I call
think
him a
he's-
genius?
You think he's smarter than Oppenheimer?
I think he's
Oppenheimer.
that's
Now
close-
I am
that's
become
close
deaf
I would-
for the
that's-
destroyer of
that's-
worlds. You think
that's
he's
as
smarter than
close-
him?
That's as close as I would get with any of that. But again, I say that putting those types of labels on a person,
I digress. And the only reason why I digress, I'm going to explain why I digress. I digress is because I think on so when it comes to the genius level of thought process, right? So I'm only talking about thought process, which isn't political. Just we got here because of political influence. Right? Because of political influence. So Kanye didn't change my political side. Changed his. Right? Me and him are not the same person.
Obviously.
Changed his political side, not mine. But I do think Kanye West is genius level intelligence.
Okay. And you're
Because I also think Oppenheimer was genius level. Also Albert Einstein. Also Beyonce, which is super wild for people to hear randomly, right?
Real random.
Real random. Beyonce, musical genius. It's a difference though. Musical genius, right? So
Fact.
genius, the definition of it is what you have
She's
to
more of a
research.
marketing genius than a
Well, let me read
musical
it
genius.
because I was
Go ahead.
Googling as you said it.
Genius
The
is
word
more
genius
research.
is exceptional,
But that's not political.
or creative
I'm
power
gonna
of
leave you to
other natural
understand.
ability.
I have to go to work in the morning.
And a sentence is she is a teacher genius.
Okay,
So
shut down.
Beyonce would fit the narrative. And the number 2 is a person who is exceptionally intelligent or creative, either genuinely or in some particular respect.
I could call eternity a genius then.
He is in his craft.
Exactly. So I mean, to throw that to again, God, genius is thrown around like diva. It's like any old random
I
person
digress.
that's someone who feels.
I'm
It's-
sorry,
it's
attorney.
up-
I love you,
You good.
brother, but I won't call you a genius.
I would call him a genius
And-
before I call Kanye.
And that's not me being disrespectful to
Watch
you.
this last interview.
That's not being disrespectful
And
to you
I can talk
by
to you.
any short stretch of the
I'll talk to you.
imagination. It's just that like the mastery of craft is different from being in the craft, right? Like you're great at your craft, Brett. I admire you on a daily basis. If you didn't know, I admire you. But to say that you're a mastery of craft is different level, right? Oppenheimer, which is I know I've said that name
Yeah, you
4
have
times
quite
tonight,
a few
and
times.
people don't know who he is. He was a atom physicist.
He's considered the father of the atomic bomb.
Get that. Okay.
Oppenheimer is a genius. Steve Jobs is not a genius.
I agree.
He was a visionary.
I give you that.
Elon Musk is a visionary.
Okay.
Kanye West may be more of a visionary than a genius.
I will give you that.
He's
And
maybe
the
more of
reason
a
I say
visionary than a
I will
genius.
give you that.
But
because
he is the closest
sees
thing
things, he sees things.
that I've seen in the black culture to a genius outside of Maya Angelou.
To me,
For a literary genius.
that's what
right?
makes a genius to me.
Yes.
A person can see something that don't exist and make the shit come real.
him a visionary.
That's what's a genius to me. You can't
See,
change
that's
what
what
it
I'm
is to me.
saying. That
A
is
person
so-
who can
it's
see
so
something that don't
subjective
exist
to say-
and make it a reality.
But it's so gosh, that's what I'm saying. Like throwing the word genius out, it's like
So, long story short, watch that interview because I
Uh-huh.
felt
I'm
a
gonna
lot
watch
more
it.
like you. I
gonna
was
watch it.
when I tell you I was
I
more
gotta
like
see
you
it.
than I was like them,
You should watch
or most
I
definitely
will.
like him for sure.
will.
You know it. I called you after watching the interview.
Yeah.
I called you after watching the interview. It was like, Kanye West a damn
y'all
genius.
should really watch more academics, right? Like if Kanye is considered
Academics, wait, who else watch more who?
academics,
Academics is what?
The person?
no.
No, like
People in
academic.
academia, people that are intellectuals, people that
You think that I don't because
you know what
I
I'm saying. If
You said
Kanye
y'all should watch
y'all
more.
really should. If Kanye is your like he's a genius, you should really broaden your
So,
your
let me tell you
literary
something.
and academic horizons. If,
And
if
I-
he is the
I took offense to that.
should
I'll take offense, and I'm finna tell you why. We finna get ready to end this episode.
okay.
We finna get ready to end this episode, but I'll take offense to that
Okay.
just because. Let me tell you something. Being the smartest man in the room doesn't make you the most smart. I mean, doesn't make you being the most intelligent man in the room. I apologize. Being the most intelligent man in the room doesn't make you the smartest man in
Agreed.
the room, because it's a difference from knowing knowledge and knowing understanding.
Of course.
Understanding
There's knowledge in this application.
is worth weight.
Absolutely.
It's weight in gold. Versus
Absolutely.
intelligence is only worth what it's applicable to.
Absolutely.
So.
Go ahead.
So you saying we should watch more academics?
Yeah.
You talk to a guy that watched TED Talks 5 or 6 of them a day.
I'm talking about TED Talks. I'm talking about academic, like people who actually.
You talking about professors and people that is literary top of their
but
craft.
across the board though.
Across the
Because,
board.
For instance, there are more people that.
That's offensive to me.
I mean, okay, you're entitled to be offended. I can't stop you from being offended. I stand on my statement though. You should absolutely broaden your horizon when it comes to listening to different people that speak on different topics. Because if Kanye is the pinnacle of,
I didn't say he
genius,
was the best.
We never say the person.
I didn't say he was the
if
best.
he's up there with genius. If
I
you
said he was
use-
up there with
if-
Neil deGrasse
if you're
Tyson.
Giving him the
So Neil deGrasse
title-
Tyson is the best to me,
if
right?
you're
At
giving
this
him the
moment,
title, you've given this man the title genius, right? Like I take offense to that because again, this man is he's a person. He's a man. It's not.
You take offense to that because you disagree with some of his statements.
No,
because
I disagree with. No, it has nothing to do with disagreeing with his statements. It has everything to do with I don't feel like he is of this monstrous intellect. Like I don't see it.
So
but do he? I said it before.
But you hadn't seen all his work either.
The ability that you're talking about one interview because I haven't seen that one interview. That means I'm not qualified.
So what have you seen of him?
I've seen quite a bit of Kanye. I actually used to be a fan of Kanye.
I'm a
I've
fan.
That one
College Dropout was amazing.
Absolutely. So
and he made me sit in that seat where my mama couldn't allow to eat.
Listen to it. Absolutely. So does not mean that qualifies him as a genius.
And no, it doesn't. But you don't qualify anybody as a genius, so you can't even. Wait, no, fuck that. No, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not finna get off this because I'm the offended person in the room.
Go ahead.
I'm the offended person in the room.
You are.
So you telling me that you qualify nobody as a genius?
No, like I said.
No, who do you qualify as a genius? I've asked you this question 12 times.
No, I'm agreeing with you. No.
So you qualify nobody as a genius.
I qualify no one as a genius because I
in lifetime, like before your life or after.
Of levels of when you put those labels on people, that's when you start getting into territory of God complex. I can't get with it.
So I feel what you're saying. No, I do understand what you're saying.
To me,
so the word of genius doesn't exist to you.
Here's why I say that, right?
So what do you see Albert Einstein as?
He's reached a level of what.
No, let's not talk about Kanye. Let's not talk about Kanye.
But you brought up Kanye. You made me talk about Kanye off of politics, so we're gonna talk about Kanye. You feel as if Kanye has reached a point of enlightenment, right? That has given him or risen him to a place of genius, correct?
No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. No. Let me. So
what
let me handle this.
Genius? What makes
let me handle this. Let me handle this. Because I want to have this conversation with you.
I'm asking you what makes him a genius.
The same way I asked you what you call a genius, you said nothing. The same way you keep asking me the same thing. Let me answer your question just like I asked you to answer mine. Right? So Albert Einstein was brilliant in physics. Mm-hmm. He was socially awkward. He was socially unacceptable.
He was dyslexic. Okay.
He couldn't talk to people.
Right.
He was not good. People think he was autistic. I have that in my family. Right? Mm-hmm. So, on the other side, I think Albert Einstein was genius. Mm-hmm. Albert Einstein also wrote the letter that urged us against nuclear warfare. Okay. He also was that guy who helped Oppenheimer develop the nuclear weapons that we use against Hiroshima. Okay. That's history. That stuff happened. It's factual. Right? Mm-hmm. So then you move into modern time. You talk about somebody like Walt Disney, who was entertainmentally genius. Racist as shit.
Okay, glad you threw that out there.
Racist as shit. But entertainment genius. Mm-hmm. When you're that successful, what you do works. Proven. It's proven. Disney is still a thing. It works. Same thing with Microsoft. Same thing with Apple.
That's your qualifier for genius?
No. The qualifier for genius is that you're able to see things that the average person can't see on a continuous basis. Okay. So it's not that I see something one time that's right. Mm-hmm. I see something 20 times that's right.
And I say you could reach that same level as Kanye or Einstein. That's my point.
No, so everybody can.
Absolutely.
So I'm not a genius.
But you can be.
But only reason why I'm
That's
not.
Why I say it
so the only reason why I'm not a genius is because nobody else realized it. So what you don't understand is that what you don't understand is I think I am. Mm-hmm. What you don't understand is I think I am.
Okay.
I believe that I am.
Okay.
I just don't think everybody else realized it yet.
Okay.
Because I have a vision that most don't see.
Okay.
But how often I talk to you about vision? A lot. He had to pee.
I get it.
He had to pee. But the same scenario. And
I'm not attacking your thoughts of Kanye being a genius. My thing is I have an issue with labeling people things that put them in a hierarchy above other people. Because I feel like we all can reach.
But then you give that to him, though.
Genius level. You're
Just
giving him that. I don't give him that.
Because I call him a genius don't make him no better than me.
But genius.
Because at the end of the day, we
genius
still
implies that he's mastered something that someone else has not.
No,
right?
That's not what genius means.
You just say he was okay, so he is a genius because he has mastered his craft. Meaning there's a whole bunch of other people in his craft that have not reached his level, correct? Just like Einstein, just like Neil deGrasse.
Meaning that he set the bar for his level.
That's my point. But that puts him in it creates a God complex, right?
No, and that's the thing though. If they use it as a God complex, then it's wrong.
Exactly what he does. It feeds his narcissism. That's exactly what that does.
He admitted to that.
He admits. Thank you.
He admits to.
Like, come on.
He admits to narcissism, but you just told me I should be proud of being successful. I mean, proud of being smarter than. I mean, like that's the same thing.
I'm saying you can reach a level of enlightenment. Do I feel like Kanye has reached a level of enlightenment that maybe you and I may not understand?
I don't think he treats himself as a god.
No, we talking about the same.
Yes, we're talking about the same person. We're talking about the same person. He does not treat himself as God. He called himself Jesus, Lil G.
Okay. Moving on. All right. I will concede the conversation.
Fair enough. we down to 3 listeners
we
now.
Won't agree.
It's time to shut it down.
We won't agree.
I feel like we should resume this conversation
absolutely,
though.
Absolutely.
And
hit me up on Facebook.
Let me tell you,
up for a debate.
I might fire this nigga on any given day.
if he ever gets sick.
No, if he keep fucking up.
No, he adds
Good
something
luck
to
on the
it.
sick shit.
He adds something to it.
He don't get sick. He just stupid.
'Cause that's that good black. Y'all keep talking about him being black. He closer to the equator. That's that good black.
Nah, he's crazy.
That's that good.
You gonna
black.
give us a ending quote?
I am. Before we get out of here, man, plug your podcast.
Oh, please give us your plugs. Because we down to 3 people. We had 10. Just like we
They heard
had
us
10
going back and
people.
forth. Kanye did it. It's the Kanye effect.
It is the Kanye effect. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry.
It's
I
cool.
apologize.
It's cool.
But
I feel like you. I said something that made you want to be like, I gotta give. Like, bro.
No, I want to understand your thought process. So that's the thing.
I hope you understand me a little
I don't.
bit more.
We still haven't reached the conclusion.
Many men have felt that before.
We still haven't reached the conclusion. Like, in order for us, huh?
She said many men felt like that before.
That was a fire response. I honestly want to invite you back to have a sublet episode. Just me and you.
Cool. I'm with it.
Just me and you.
Let's
We
do
can
it.
sit down and have a real conversation.
Let's do
And
it.
we'll schedule it for me and you. And we'll have a sublet conversation. And we'll talk about it.
Cool.
Because I do feel like you're a very intelligent woman.
I am.
I see it. I know it. I don't think you're wrong.
I'm well read. I'll say that.
I don't think you're wrong. So one thing for sure, I don't think you're wrong.
That's the beauty of debate, though. It's not.
I don't think
right and wrong. And we're gonna go into a whole nother. We're gonna do that because I see you talk like I talk. We'll go into a whole other cycle of conversation.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I think we just differ in our opinion.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want to talk about.
Right.
The difference of opinion.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Crescent Cuties, 1st and 3rd Fridays, live on Facebook, 8 p.m. Central.
Please, I'm gonna let you write my description this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll let you write a description for episode this week. We release on Thursday, so I need you to do it tomorrow.
Beautiful chaos. What do you want me to say? I think that's something.
Well, I need you to plug yourself inside of
that
that
is
too.
beautiful chaos. Beautiful chaos in my witch's brew.
You got anything on?
No, I have nothing going currently. Dream, nothing.
Powerline's Poetry got the Order of the Mystic Poets Ball
Yay.
coming up January the 8th. Y'all can visit powerlinespoetry.com for your tickets and your tables. We're doing a Black Friday special. You can get a table for $250. And they normally $300. So that's through Friday at midnight. So y'all got today and tomorrow.
I'm afraid we should have did this at the beginning of the episode.
Nah, it's cool.
It's like 3 people watching. I think all 3 people are here.
People gonna listen to it. Nah, it's cool. But people listen to the episode. That's what y'all supposed to do. It's a fucking podcast. Listen to it.
Big facts.
But outside of that, man, just that. Our quote of the week comes from, let's see where I want to go. I'm going to do this one from Louis L'Amour. It says, knowledge is like money. To be of value, it must circulate. And in circulating, it can increase in quantity and hopefully in value.
Dope.
Big facts.
I like it.
Let's go, man. Hey, man. Episode Soft got something to say. Episode 82.
82.
Man, it was a great episode. I really appreciate you for joining us today.
you.
I don't
Thank
want to
y'all for
butcher your
having me.
name. Say your name for us
Just
one more
chop
time.
it off. I need Moselle to be just fine.
Moselle. Moselle was here with us. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having
And
me.
I'll welcome you back at any moment that you're able to come back because you are phenomenal.
Thank you.
Without question. Man,
And
this
Dream wasn't
Soft.
that bad. At the end of the episode, I can't say Dream was
Well,
not that
I kept
bad.
cutting him off. He mad. He's so mad at me right now because
wasn't
like
that
you
bad.
triggered me and I couldn't.
I saw.
I couldn't.
Honestly, I did not expect to do that.
I could not let him interrupt me with
That's what I respect
randomness.
about you, though.
What's that?
Speak your piece and stand on it.
Absolutely.
She did. She stood on it.
Until you see different. Because I was exactly the same person. That's what I'm telling you. I was exactly the same person until something triggered me differently.
Absolutely.
And I didn't
called
beat
him
him.
apologize.
I didn't beat him.
You can't beat me
I
because
didn't
I'm
beat
standing on what I
I'm
say.
saying for something
Just like
like
you did.
anything. Absolutely. I'm understand. I'm a stand on my square 100% every time.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm a warrior
Oh, yeah?
and a samurai. You gotta come at me. I'm standing on my
What
square.
month you born in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand
Oh,
on my
okay.
square
What month you born in?
every time.
What month you born in?
July.
Oh, yeah. She all right. She soft. Go ahead.
All right, man. Hey, episode 82, man. We love y'all. We out. Peace.